got your shit. Is this what you want? Huh? Is this what you want? Well, come and get it, goddamn!
I'll fucking wait. Who wanna debate? Straight, let me cook. Fish frying while season and marinate. Every season, it's no reasoning, just unanimous decision. Smash the noti bell, and thanks to all subscriptions. Mama brutality, stop fouling me, I'm goated. Body shots got them folding. Every word they can quote it. Smoking bud, watching bud, smoke these niggas Mayweather with the defense, nothing short of genius. High step into the end zone like prime time, point me to the limelight. Mic check, it's my time. The pod god every time I deliver. You're now tuned in to GOAT Thriller. I'm here to stay, all the chatter, y'all can dead it. Let's start the show. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I said it. Dinging on them. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
I'm the best ever. There's
I
never been
fucking
anybody.
wait.
I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart.
Yeah, I said it.
Now, before I get into what I'm about to get into, I just want to make sure that each and every last one of y'all hit that like or dislike button. And please don't forget to put some Coach K Duke full court pressure on that sub button if you're new to the channel. And please don't forget to ring that noti bell so you can be notified via email each and every time your boy E-Thriller, a.k.a. Hamrothstein, a.k.a. GOAT Thriller, a.k.a. the Black Picasso, because I paint these pictures so vividly with my words on the sport of boxing whenever I feel like it. And once again, fight fans, ladies and gentlemen in the Wolf Pack, welcome back. Now, first things first, man. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream podcast on my YouTube account. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream podcast on my Facebook account. Shout out to everybody that's watching this live stream podcast on my Twitter account, my Instagram account, my TikToker. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody on social media and beyond. Make sure y'all drop some threes in the motherfucking chat if you're slipping and sliding with your boy GOAT Thriller, aka the Black Picasso. So tonight we're going to do this, man. We're going to kick back a little bit. Listen to a couple of sound bites on this interview that Joe Rogan did with the Boogeyman, Terence Crawford. And if you haven't heard the interview, y'all, I posted a link to the full interview on my community wall. I think it was a couple of days ago. I think I might have posted it on Saturday. I think it's on Spotify. So if y'all haven't heard the whole interview, I think it's like 2 hours and some change or something long. Y'all can go and listen to the whole interview. It's one of his best interviews I've heard so far, outside of the one that was on $1 million worth of game. I would say this is second to none in my honest opinion, but that's just my personal opinion. So shout out to Joe Rogan again. Shout out to Terence Crawford, aka Mr. Undisputed 2 times, aka the motherfucking Boogeyman, aka the best fighter in the world. Yeah, I said it, and I didn't stutter. So without further ado, this is just a snippet. I do not own the rights to this content, YouTube. This is for educational purposes only. We are going to only roll the audio, not the visuals, but the audio. Roll that clip.
You've accomplished this, and now that you're the first man ever to be undisputed in 2 different weight classes, like, what are the offers now? Are people coming? Because
All right, but before I play this interview, y'all let me know in the chat if y'all can hear this. Drop some E3s in the chat if y'all in the building, man. Shout out to everybody in this bitch. Shout out to Io. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Christopher. I see you. Shout out to my boy UNICY. Shout out to Boxing Nerd. I see you. Shout out to Goldie Loke. Shout out to my guy Boxing God. Shout out to Mr. INTJ. And before I do anything else, shout out to my guy Mr. INTJ for sending me a Cash App donation the other day. I know I ain't been live in like 4 or 5 days, so you already know. I got to get you right before I do any motherfucking thing. Hit it! All right, man. So let me know in the chat if y'all can hear me, man. If y'all can hear the interview, I don't want to be cooking on this shit and y'all can't hear it. And then I got to start all the way over because I ain't trying to hold y'all for too long. I got to get up early in the morning and get these reps in. Yeah, I said it. But anyway, man, y'all let me know in the chat before I continue rolling this interview for y'all. All right, I see a couple of E3s. All right, bet. So let me go ahead and run this shit.
I hear all this talk about Jamel. I hear this talk about Canelo. Like, where are they at right now?
Well,
with NFL Sunday.
Hold on, y'all. Let me let this ad roll through, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button as you come through the door. Let me see. I got a couple of seconds, man. But of course, Terence Crawford set the boxing world on fire the other day. Apparently, the man changed his mind because he said in the past that, he felt like Canelo was too big. So let me go ahead and roll this interview.
Jamel was fighting. I wanted to fight Jamel next since he was the 154-pound undisputed champion. But as you know, they're going to strip him for his belt once the bell ring when he fight Canelo.
So your goal was to go up and become undisputed in 3 different weight classes.
There you go.
Wow.
Something that never been done before.
Right.
And, it's greatness. Like I said, this is my era, and I'm taking it. Ain't nobody going to stop me. So now I didn't shift gears because I know I wanted to fight Jamel, but if he lose to Canelo, I always said, man, that's a big step. That's a big step. But for a person to go up 3 weight classes from 147 to 168 and to win, and become undisputed, wow. What can they say? They can't say nothing right now, but what can they say?
Well,
hey, man, this just goes to show that Terence Crawford, a.k.a. the Boogeyman, a.k.a. Mr. Two-time Undisputed, that has only ever been done by another person, and she is a female in Carissa Shields. Shout out to the GOAT. But Terence Crawford is the only male athlete in the boxing history in the 4-belt era to conquer 2 fucking weight divisions and becoming undisputed. And for this man to sit up here and say that he is now willing to move up, not 1 weight class, not 2 weight classes, but 3 weight classes to challenge the great Canelo Alvarez, my second favorite fighter in the sport. I mean, this is greatness personified, y'all. But it gets better. Oh, it gets better. Roll that clip.
And then you're in like the greatest of all time discussion.
I'm already in them discussions. But
Yeah.
I'm saying, but what would they say though?
Hello, man. I love the way that Terence Crawford is rolling up on these interviews, whether it's Hot 97, whether it's The Breakfast Club, whether it's Sway in the Morning, whether it's on CBS and all this other shit that he got going. I mean, this man has literally been every fucking where on YouTube, y'all. Every time I look up, it's a new interview from the Boogeyman, Terence Crawford. And I'm just loving the confidence that he's exuding and the way that he's speaking, and he's confident in the camera and he means everything he's saying. And he's being himself and he's not getting out of character. He's not trying to be somebody else that we was asking him to be. He's not trying to be like an Adrian Broner. He's not trying to be like a Floyd Money Mayweather. He's not trying to be like a Muhammad Ali or Roy Jones Jr. or Mike Tyson. All I was saying whenever I was giving my guy, my favorite fighter in the sport, constructive criticism, it's like, look, man, nigga ain't asking you to do some shit that you don't want to do, but we just saying like, bro, we want more access. We want to know exactly how you built mentally and get to know your personality just a little bit more. And I'm loving all these goddamn interviews, and I still ain't even watched all of them. I mean, that's how many that he has on YouTube thus far. But it gets better, y'all. Let's continue to roll this.
3-time undisputed champion and the smaller fighter that went up 3 weight divisions to conquer one of the baddest mans besides itself that's been doing it for probably longer than me.
So you said 68, but you mean 54, right?
No, 68.
You see how Joe Rogan, shout out to him, man. This dude is one of the best interviewers. He ain't even in boxing. I think he do MMAs, but shout out to him, bro, because he doubled down. He made sure that Terence Crawford doubled down by saying, you mean 154? And Bud said, no, 168. And if you look at his face, as a matter of fact, let me do this shit real quick, just so y'all can see the sincerity in his face. Hold on, y'all. Bud ain't playing. Look at his eyes. You feel what I'm saying? He said no, 168. Meaning, if Jermell wins that fight against Canelo, of course, you know Canelo, he's going to have a rematch clause in his contract. I mean, come on. We're talking about the face of boxing. Yeah, I said it. Canelo Alvarez is going to have some sort of rematch clause in a contract. But if a Canelo were to win, I mean, I'm pretty certain that Jermell ain't got no goddamn rematch clause. So, I mean, you would have to think if Canelo ain't gonna duck, which I'm gonna get into later on in this show, hey man, next up in line could possibly be Terence Bud Crawford. Let me finish rolling this shit. But look at his face, y'all. That nigga ain't playing. He dead ass serious. Shout out to the Boogeyman. Shit getting spicy, y'all. It's getting real spicy in the sport of boxing. Oh my God. Let's finish running this shit.
I want to go up to 68. So who would you fight at 68? Canelo?
If he win, or
Wow.
Charlo, the winner.
Wow.
Yeah. If he win, Canelo or Charlo. The Boogeyman not playing, y'all. The Boogeyman looks like he is willing to put it all on the fucking line, y'all. And this is why, you know what? Let me finish rolling this shit and then I'm going to break down what I got to say. Let me shut up and listen to Mr. 2 times Undisputed. Let me shut up and be quiet. Let's go.
That would be crazy.
I want to be 3-time undisputed.
To jump up like that, 21 pounds?
Yes.
What do you walk around at?
I don't know.
You don't know? Oh, you don't want to tell
Hey
anybody.
man, the dude is media savvy now. He on his Floyd Money Mayweather shit with that because you know Floyd never answers anything he don't want to answer directly. But just saying, I don't know. You know, he ain't gonna tell you what he walking around. And Joe Rogan know that, but you know, they just kicking back and having a good time popping their shit the way that they pop their shit, man.
I don't know. You know what I mean? But
how much time would you need to prepare for something like that? Would you gain weight? Would you do anything different?
I'll definitely have to gain weight.
Yeah.
You know, and I just believe in my abilities. You know, Canelo's not a big guy. You know,
Right.
he's 5'8".
Right. Fought at 52 when he fought Pacquiao.
He's
Or when he fought Floyd, rather.
He's big, like muscular wise, but far as like height,
Right.
nah. So yeah, that wouldn't be nothing that, you know, we had to see.
Hey man, that's a fact, bro, because a lot of people keep failing to realize that Terence Bud Crawford is going to have the reach advantage over Canelo Alvarez. And yeah, I know Canelo done fought at light heavyweight and he fight at 168. He's campaigned at 154. He's campaigned at 160 and 147. But Canelo was a small guy. His body just grew into the frame that he's in. But hey man, I think Terence Bud Crawford has an excellent chance to go up there and do the unthinkable. And I think a lot of people are going to be willing to pay for that fight. And I think Bud is right. Whenever he say this is the best fight that can be made in the sport of boxing, now that we have Errol Spence and Terence Bud Crawford by the wayside. Now we got to look at Terence Bud Crawford versus a Canelo Alvarez if he were to get past a Jermell Charlo on September the 30th. And that fight is what, a little over 30 days. So yeah, man, I think Bud is on to something with that shit, y'all. I know I'm about to fight. I'm about to fight. If the fight is priced at 100 or 150, I'm paying for that fight.
That would be insane. For you to go from 140 all the way up to 168.
That'd be dope.
Woo!
I think it can happen. I think that's, to be honest, I think that's the biggest fight in boxing. He beat Charlo, Terence Crawford, Canelo. That's the biggest fight in boxing, hands down. No other fighters could compare to that. You know.
I agree, man. I think that fight would be bigger than Canelo versus David Benavidez. I think that fight would be bigger than Fury versus Usyk. I think that is single-handedly the biggest fight that could be made in the sport of boxing, because you got to think about the storyline that's going to come with it. Not only would it be undisputed versus undisputed again, which is what Canelo is already doing against Jermell Charlo, even though they just stripped him of his WBO title, but you got a guy that's moving from 147 who actually started out at 135 pounds. You got a dude that's willing to dare to be that fucking great and possibly have a chance to win the fight. A lot of people, after that performance he put on Errol Spence, a lot of people are going to be leaning towards Terence Crawford, or maybe, just maybe, it's going to be a pick 'em, because there are a lot of people probably in my chat right now, probably on my community wall and on YouTube and social media and beyond, who's going to say that Terence Crawford is too small. They're going to say that Terence Crawford is chinny. They're going to say that Terence Crawford is not going to be able to have enough power to keep a Canelo Alvarez off of him. A lot of people are going to be saying that, which is why I think, to add to piggyback off of Bud's point, this is single-handedly the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. I totally agree.
No disrespect
Right.
to Charlo, but he's not a superstar. He's not, on Canelo's level. Now he got a chance. Don't get me wrong. Like, he's going to do well in that fight, and he got the tools to win. It's just about preparation and what type of fight he fight.
Now, Canelo and him are fighting at 68. And when are they fighting? Is that September?
Yes, September 30th, I think.
Mm. So when would you like to get back in? Like, what would be good for you? Like, how much of a turnaround?
Well, it probably, if they fight in September, it'd probably be next year. But that give me time to,
Bulk up.
Yeah, get my body right.
Hey, man, I'm thinking Cinco de Mayo weekend, y'all. I don't know when that's going to be in 2024, but if and when Canelo beats the fuck out of Jermell Charlo the way that I think he is, I'm thinking along the lines of maybe May, because Canelo normally always fight in May, and he always fight around in September. I mean, the facts are the facts. The proof is in the pudding. And in all honesty, that even makes the fight bigger than what I initially thought if they fight on Cinco de Mayo weekend.
What kind of strength and conditioning routine do you do now? Because how much is it difficult for you to make 47, or is it pretty easy?
No, it was a little difficult.
Yeah,
it was a little difficult. Yeah, I had to wear the little plastics and sauna suits this time, but I don't know what it is. I go up and weight, and then the weight be going up on me.
your body adapts.
Yeah,
likes
yeah.
to eat, likes to get thick.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's cool though. It's cool.
So when, like, on a normal camp, what does your training routine consist of? Like, do you do running? Do you do strength and conditioning workouts in the gym? Like, what do you do as far as like physical preparation?
I do it all. I run, I swim, strength and condition, plyometrics, all that.
You do swimming.
Yes.
A lot of people are doing swimming now.
Yeah, I've been doing that my whole career.
Really? What do you like about swimming?
I just think, it helps on your breathing. It helps on your breathing, your endurance. Is better on your joints, because we don't run every day.
Right.
So, yeah, it helps tremendously.
And do you lift weights?
Yeah, yeah, but not heavy. We
Right.
lift probably like 20 pounds, like something light.
Just a lot of endurance
Yeah,
work. Yeah.
little quick twitch muscles.
So if you have a fight where you're going to go up to 168 pounds, how much time do you think you need to get ready physically for that?
I'm ready now.
You ready now?
Hey, man, as y'all can see, let me show y'all this shit once again. Hold on, y'all. Let me remove this banner, man. Just so I can show y'all the sincerity in his face. Like, Bud ain't playing. He like, I'm ready now, with a smile, with that sly grin. And we already know when the Boogeyman start laughing, whenever he starts smiling, that usually means I'm about to fuck you up. We've seen him do it with Sean Porter. We've seen him do it at the Errol Spence weigh-in. We've seen him do this time and time again. Whenever the Boogeyman is dead ass serious, he either smiling or laughing or playing around, or he looking, you know what I'm saying, very menacing. You feel what I'm saying? So, man, hey, man, this is one of the main reasons why I root so hard for a guy like Terence Crawford. You understand what I'm saying? Because this dude is willing to put it all on the line to be great, y'all. You see, a lot of fighters in the sport of boxing today who get praised for selling tickets. It's a lot of fighters in the sport of boxing today who get praised for winning Wookiee belts. And hell, there's a lot of other fighters in the sport of boxing who get praised for going undisputed on Twitter for being this lip boxing champion of the world, Craig. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, Dwayne Wade ain't got shit on the way that y'all niggas be pump faking around here on Twitter. But I mean, I'm just going to throw a name out there like a Javante Tank Davis. Yeah, I said it. Because everybody was telling your boy Go Thriller that, oh man, it's asking too much of Tank to move up 2 weight classes to fight a Terence Bud Crawford. And then not only a couple of days later, you had the Boogeyman come out and change his fucking mind because for some odd reason, Canelo took the bait. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was Shakur throwing that fucking ideal out there or if it was the media with Charlemagne, the guy, shout out to the Breakfast Club. He was one of the ones saying that Canelo versus Terence Crawford, that's the fight to make. And then Bud was always kind of like, man, you know, Canelo is kind of too big. I ain't going past 154. Or if we do it, we can meet at a catchweight. But then a couple of days later, the more and more interviews he's doing, the more and more people he see talking about this shit on social media, saying that he wouldn't be able to do this shit. I done told y'all before, and I said it before, and I will say it again. If you keep knocking on the Boogeyman's door, and if you keep tugging on Super Bud's cape, then eventually that bad man, the illest nigga from Nebraska, is going to answer the bell. Facts, Thriller, big facts. And that's exactly what he's doing right now because he is more than open and willing to move up not one, not two, but 3 weight classes to go up against Canelo Alvarez, who is no slouch, who is still in his physical prime, who is still one of, if not the greatest fighters the sport of boxing has ever seen. And then the nerve of you motherfucking Neanderthals, the audacity of some of you niggas that said in the past that Terence Bud Crawford was ducking any fucking body. The nerve of some of you Neanderthals running around here saying that Terence Bud Crawford is ducking Jerron Boots Ennis. I mean, please don't make me fart. Pretty please. Let me remove this shit. And speaking of what he said about Canelo, he went on and said, I'm ready now. People think it's all about weight, but I think it's skill. I've got the power to make anybody respect me. I don't care what weight. He said, what your weight is. Ed Joe Rogan. Shout out to Terence Bud Crawford, man. And hey, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to ask y'all something. Y'all let me know in the Wolf chat. If Terence Bud Crawford has enough pop in that jab or in that straight left hand, depending, because I think he's going to come out and fight Canelo southpaw, right? Because we know Canelo, he tends to struggle against guys like Laurie and shit like that, right? If Terence Bud Crawford has enough pop in both of his hands to keep Canelo off of him, wouldn't you say he's going to have his way with Canelo? Now, I'm not going to say he's going to go in there and wash Canelo. I mean, that would be blasphemous. But I'm picking Terence Bud Crawford if and when that fight were to happen to win, as long as he can take Canelo's punch and if he has enough pop to keep Canelo off of him, because we seen what Floyd Money Mayweather did to him, y'all. Floyd wasn't running around the ring whenever he fought a Canelo Alvarez. Now, granted, Canelo wasn't in his physical or mental prime. I get that. But at the same time, he still had power. He still had a lot of talent. He still had the intangibles to be one of the greatest boxers in the sport of boxing. And Floyd just had his way with him. Floyd watched him for all 12 rounds, in my honest opinion. And I think if Bud and Bo Mack and Red and Esau, if they look at that motherfucking game plan that a Mayweather had, hey, man, I'm not betting against Bud, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you people who are, you know, people that's been rocking with me from day one, y'all already know I'm going to ride with Bud no fucking matter what, right? I'm going to root for Bud, but if I felt like Canelo would go in there and beat the fuck out of him, I would say it because I'm not biased. But I think if Bud has enough power to keep Canelo off of him, he going to box his socks off, y'all. And I know a lot of y'all niggas that hate Bud don't want to hear this shit, but I know Canelo got a lot of haters too. But speaking of Canelo, I got a bone to pick with him because he was the same nigga that said not even a week ago at the press conference between himself and the Jamel, whenever he was asked about Terence Crawford, that, oh, he wouldn't get any credit if he were to beat Terence Bud Crawford. But my thing is this, because he's a smaller guy. But nigga, ain't you about to fight Jamel Charlo? Ain't you about to fight a guy that's moving up 2 weight classes? I wait. I will fucking wait. To me, Canelo, that shit ain't no different than Bud moving up from 147 all the way to 168 to fight you, bro. And if we call him a spade, because once again, I would like to preface my comments by saying this, Canelo, I am a fan. You are my second favorite fighter in the sport. But I mean, my Lord, I've been begging for you to fight David Benavidez for I don't know how fucking long. So if you ain't going to fight no niggas that's in your weight class, because once again, David Benavidez has been calling you out for I don't know, God knows how long, right? And you said, fuck that fight because you don't want to fight Mexicans or whatever you got going on. But then you turn around and say, you want to fight all the dudes? You willing to fight any fucking body? And then you want to turn around a couple of months later and make excuses and move the goalposts because you just said if we fight, meaning me and Terence Bud Crawford, He gonna have to come up to 168. Now the Bud and called your bluff and said, I come up to 168 to face the winner. Now you want to say, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat him. He's a little guy. The same thing he said about Javante. No, nigga, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Canelo, bro, you've been picking and choosing for a long time, and you earned the right to do whatever the fuck you've been doing. Hell, I was on your side whenever you was going for undisputed at 168, whenever you were fighting the Billy Joe Saunders of the world, you know, the Caleb Plants, the motherfucking, what's the nigga name? The Rocky Fieldings and all this shit, niggas that we really didn't want to see you fight. Guess what I said? Guess what your boy Go Thriller said? You know what? He wants to be the first Mexican undisputed champion. He's chasing legacy. He wants to go down as the greatest Hispanic fighter of all time. I got that. But I also said, Canelo, after you get done doing this little fucking world tour that you're doing at 168 pounds, you either got to fight David Benavidez or you got to start giving us some fucking fights that we want to see. Because I'm going to be honest, Canelo, once again, I am a fan for any of you Neanderthals that's going to be coming in my chat, that's going to be in the playback game. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button as you come through the door. I know a lot of niggas gonna say that I'm hating on Canelo. No, nigga, I'm the nigga on YouTube that's gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what the fuck you want to hear. Faxy, Thriller, big facts. And Canelo, if you're not giving me a fight with David Benavidez next, bro, then I want to see you face the boogeyman, Terence Bud Crawford. I will be way more willing to shell out $100 to pay for that pay-per-view fight, opposed to you fighting a Jamal Charlo next, who done been out the fucking ring for 4 years, for Christ's sakes. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Just like you fighting Jamel right now. Yeah, it's a decent fight on paper, but I think you're gonna watch Jamel. And in fact, Jamel Charlo, the last time I checked, he's on his Errol Spence shit right now. Now, granted, he had injuries and shit, but we all know the Al Heyman way. This nigga's been inactive too. Do we really truly believe in our heart of hearts that a Jamel Charlo coming off of a 16-month layoff with a hand injury is going to be able to go in there and withstand that physical and mental pressure of a Canelo Saul Alvarez? I will fucking wait. I'll wait, because your boy Go Thriller, I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. I know it's a lot of people in the chat that's going to disagree with me, and I know it's a lot of niggas in the chat that's going to say, look, Jamel got a chance. I'm picking Jamel to win the fight. But once again, I don't know everything about the sport of boxing. I just do my research. I do my film study, just like the next man, and I just make an educated guess on what I think is going to happen in the fight. Now, I could be wrong. Jamel Charlo could go out there and shock the world. But for the sport of boxing, just one, I just need this favor from the boxing guys. And this is only if Canelo is willing to accept the challenge from Terence Bud Crawford. Then I need Canelo to win this fight, because for one, I really don't like the Charlos, right? But for two, it's good for the sport of boxing, because then we'll get to see a fight that everybody will be intrigued by, that everybody will be willing to pay for, meaning Bud versus Canelo. And then we ain't got to worry about no fucking rematch. And then we got to worry about Bud taking a fight in between and all this extra shit and fighting niggas that, you know, for no belts, or like Jerron Boots Ennis, or moving up to 154 to fight Tim Tszyu. I mean, that fight is okay. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. He can win another belt in another weight class. But you heard it from the man himself. He's only interested in becoming 3 times undisputed. And the man also said in the excerpt that I did not play, because it's a super long interview, Bud said it's all about the money, right? He is a prize fighter now. He has earned the motherfucking right to call the shots. He has earned the motherfucking right to fight who the fuck he wants to fight. And he has earned the right to do whatever the fuck he please. So if he want to fight Boots, he can fight Boots. If he want to stay at 147, he can stay at 147. If he want to make Tank to come up to 147 from 135, then goddamn it, he can do that, because he is the super A-side. Faxy, Thriller, big facts. Whenever you 2 times undisputed, you can do whatever the fuck you. I don't have any criticism based off of that performance that I seen him put on Errol Spence Jr. I can't criticize or critique Terence Bud Crawford on any fucking thing at this point, especially if the man is willing to move up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo. And let's be honest, y'all, if he were to stay at 147 to fight Keith, if he were to stay at 147 to fight Boots, if he were to stay at 147 to fight a Virgil or a Business Blair, shout out to my guy Business Blair, Ain't nobody gonna give Bud no motherfucking 20 to 25 M's like he just got for Errol Spence fight to fight these dudes. I'm sorry. I think that's the only way that Bud is going to be willing to give Boots a shot for all the straps is if they come correct with the motherfucking check. Because let's be honest, a lot of you niggas keep negating the facts because I got to break this shit down. Hold on, y'all. Because Bozy Ennis said himself, I ain't got the interview pulled up because I don't feel like pulling up all these receipts. But just go back and fact check me because y'all know my credibility can never be questioned on YouTube. But Bozy sat up there and said that BLK Prime contacted him. And what did Bozy say? He said, look, we was loyal to Showtime. So if the fight was going to happen, get in touch with my people. Well, guess what? They got in touch with his people and nothing fucking happened. So that just leads me to believe that Boots and them really didn't want the motherfucking fight. They didn't want the motherfucking fight. I don't care what y'all say. In fact, I did a show on this shit about 6 to 7 months ago. Go back and fact check me. I said, instead of going the IBF route, why didn't Jerron Boots Ennis stay with the WBO? Why did he leave? Because we already know that goddamn Virgil Ortiz was moving funny. He done been moving out of the fucking WBO rankings I don't know how many goddamn times. And Boots was second in line. All he had to do was wait his turn, play his part, and you feel what I'm saying? And eventually, Bud would have had to take his mandatory because Bud has been quoted on many occasions saying, I ain't never paid step-aside money to my mandatories, and I've always fought all of my mandatories. We've seen him fight Sean Porter, and the list goes on and on. So Bud wouldn't have ducked that smoke if the Boots in his camp really wanted that motherfucking fight, if they really wanted the fucking fight. But a lot of you niggas want to roll with this new narrative because y'all ain't got shit to say with the Errol Spence shit because that bullshit is over with. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all niggas are looking like idiots right now. So now y'all just hopping on the next nigga bandwagon and y'all gonna get that young man hurt because I like Boots, man, but I don't think Boots has enough championship experience. And I don't think Boots has, I don't think he has that dog like Terence Crawford. Did you see how the man could just snap his fingers and just turn it up on a dime? He did it to Sean Porter. He did it to Errol Spence. He does it in all his fucking fights. He has a gear that all of these fighters in his generation, they can't get to. This man is levels to this shit, y'all. And the fact of the matter is this, I heard Boots also say whenever he went up against Karen that the moment got to him. You know, the crowd and the excitement and all that shit got to him. So he was rushing his punches. He was whiffing on a lot of punches. He was a little sloppy. He got hit a little bit more than he wanted to get hit. He couldn't really cut off the ring. And look, man, that man ain't going to be able to do nothing with Bud right now, but I would love to see the fight. Don't get me wrong, but I ain't going to be mad at the Boogeyman for not taking the fight because what he's saying makes sense. Because if it ain't making dollars, it don't make sense. Only hardcore boxing fans know Boots. Don't nobody know Boots. Who gonna pay for a Boots in a fucking Terence Crawford pay-per-view? I'ma buy the shit. Of course, I will pay for it. And everybody in the chat, 9 times out of 10 gonna pay for it. But what about the casuals who don't know any fucking thing about Boots? Hell, the fucking fight between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford didn't even do a goddamn million pay-per-views. Factsy Thriller, big facts. So yeah, the fight might be competitive in the ring, but how much money is the Boogeyman, who has earned the right to make no less than what, 15 to 20 million, in my honest opinion, because it's going to be hard to tell a man that just made 25 to 30 million dollars to go back to making 45 million, to making 10 million like he did with David Avenesian. I don't see Bud doing that. I don't. And the more and more I listen to my guy talk, my favorite fighter in the sport, yeah, I said it, I think he's on the verge of retirement because what I took from that interview, shout out to Joe Rogan again, he was primed and he was asking the questions and making Bud feel comfortable. I mean, it was a phenomenal interview, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go check that shit out. But it sounds like to me, if and when Bud moves up 3 weight classes to fight Charlo or Canelo, and if he wins, he's calling it quits, y'all. He gonna ride off into the sunset, undefeated, 3 times undisputed, and 3 different weight classes. That's what he's going to do, y'all. So, man, hey, I don't think a fight with Boots gets him up in the morning. I don't think a fight with a Virgil Ortiz at 154 gets him up in the morning. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Bud is one of them niggas that he feel like he got shit to prove. He walk around with a chip on his shoulder, and he already hearing rumblings, oh, he too small to fight Canelo, or oh, he too small for Charlo, and oh, he wouldn't be able to do this, he wouldn't be able to take a punch that. All that shit fuels Terence Bud Crawford all that hate, all that negativity on his Twitter, all that negativity on YouTube. Don't you idiots get it? He is one of them Kobe ass, Michael Jordan ass niggas. If you say something, hell, he's one of them type of dudes that'll probably make up something in his fucking head just to go out there and dismantle his opposition, just to say, I told you so. And did you see how the Boogeyman was looking after he won undisputed for the second time? The nigga didn't even look happy. He looked like he was already focused on his next goal, which was Charlo. And a couple of weeks later, now it's Canelo Alvarez. And man, look, man, I salute Terence Bud Crawford. I wish more fighters in the sport of boxing, like a Gervonta Tank Davis, was more like him. Faxy Thriller, big facts. Because we sick of this nigga making all these excuses. We sick of him hiding behind the PBC banner in Mayweather Promotions. And now he's being rumored to fight a Eastside Cruz again. Why in the fuck do we want to see you fight a nigga that you beat with one fucking hand? I'll wait. I will fucking wait, Tank. We don't want to see this shit. In fact, I challenge everybody that fucks with your boy Go Thriller, aka the Black Picasso. And I only do this because drastic times call for desperate measures. We have to boycott the next Gervonta Tank Davis fight. We are not going to buy any more bullshit fights. We're not going to support any more fucking exhibitions. We are not going to endorse Tank for being this new quote unquote face of boxing, for fighting all this fucking lopsided ass matchups. This nigga got a resume full of Hispanics. Now, I'm not a racist, but I'm just saying, I do my homework, and he has been fighting a bunch of flat-footed, no head movement motherfuckers. I'm sick of this shit. And I know how great Tank is. I get it. I see the skills, but I want to see his skills put to the test against the likes of a Devin the Dream Haney. I want to see his skills put to the test against a Shakur Stevenson. This man is practically on his hands and knees saying, pretty please, can somebody fight me? I'm over here at Top Rank. Hello. I don't have a fucking fight. I'm staying in the gym. I'm working out with the Boogeyman. I'm working out with Keyshawn Davis. You feel what I'm saying? I am more than ready to whoop anybody's ass at 135, but for some odd reason, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because they see the level of ambition and talent and skills and the cerebralness and the way that the man can swim without getting wet. He can beat you up in the pocket and not get touched. You know, they say he ain't got power, but I just don't see nobody just trying to walk through his punches. I don't see it. Maybe they see all this shit that we see in as fight fans and say, look, man, I ain't about to make enough money to fight this nigga. I ain't trying to go in here and get washed for 12 rounds. Maybe that's what Tank is thinking. Or maybe, just maybe, it isn't Tank. Maybe I'm being a little too hard on Tank. I don't think so, because Tank is the same nigga that ran around here and said on one of the biggest hip-hop podcasts in today's world. Yeah, I said it on $1 million worth of game. Shout out to Wallow. Shout out to Gilly. I done played this shit I don't know how many fucking times. And goddamn it, I might play it again. But Tank sat up there and said, after he was asked by Gilly, have you ever asked for any big fights? No, I ain't never asked for no big fights. Nigga, what? Nigga, how can you sit up here and whine? How can you sit up here and bitch and moan at Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Money Mayweather about them putting you in the ring with the likes of a Rolando Romero, a Rolly fucking Romero, a nigga that has zero skills, a nigga who is disgusting. His footwork is disgusting. He has zero head move. He has no technique, no fundamentals whatsoever. How can you sit up there and bitch and complain about your opposition whenever you ain't asked for anybody better? You ain't even asking to fight Lomachenko, who been calling you out for the last 4 to 5 years. You ain't even trying to move up to fight a fucking Josh Taylor. And in my honest opinion, had you moved up to 140 and fought him instead of a goddamn Mario Barrios, yeah, I said it, for that Wookie Reggie ass belt, I think you would have became undisputed. You would have beat the fuck out of Josh Taylor, who we just seen get washed by Teofimo Lopez. You let Teofimo Lopez come into the game and have a better resume than you. You let young Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson come in the sport after you, and both of those niggas have a better resume than you. Faxy Thriller, big facts. But you got all these little tankies running around here protecting this nigga and telling me how many tickets he sell. And oh, he's a star. And oh, he fought Ryan Kardashian. Oops, I meant Garcia with his cap and sorry ass. He basically took a fucking knee. He quit on the goddamn stool, if you ask me. Nigga got hit with one body shot and looked up and said, look, I can model, I can TikTok, I can come in and record myself hitting the speed bag for 30 seconds real fast, toss some fucking baby oil on my chest and roll through my hair and shit like that and made it look like I did a 2-hour workout, recorded, uploaded to TikTok and walk out. And then you got niggas like Canelo and Eddie Reynoso looking at, what the fuck did he doing? He just wants a payday. He wants a payday. Yeah, I know. That nigga just want a payday. This nigga is a TikToker, and why on God's green earth would a Derrick James even waste his fucking time with Ryan Kardashian? Oops, I meant Garcia with his cap and non-worthy ass. I don't get it. Can somebody educate your boy Go Thriller in the chat? Why would he do that? I mean, his skill set, his talent, the eye test, that shit ain't gonna work with what Derrick James teach. I'm just saying because Ryan Garcia was already a guy who didn't even move his head. He didn't even move his head with Eddie Reynoso. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't move his head at all. And then you go to another trainer and Derrick James, who basically teaches his fighters to catch punches with their gloves and shit like that. He don't have them Frank Martin moving his head. He ain't got Errol Spence moving his head. He ain't got Jamel Charlo moving his head. And we all saw how stiff fucking Anthony Joshua just looked against Robert Helenius. He looked like trash. That nigga looked like trash. Are you kidding me? Do you niggas really think he's going to be the Deontay Wilder? Do y'all really believe he's going to be able to go in there and withstand that right hand from Pastor Wilder? I got Wilder knocking him out in one round. I mean, maybe, just maybe, if he would have stuck with Ben Davison or somebody like that, maybe he would have had a little bit of a shot to be the not a Javante, but to be the Deontay Wilder. But I just don't see it with Derrick James. And I done told y'all, like I said before, and I say it again, Derrick James has always been an overrated trainer to me. That's just me. He's always been overrated. Yeah, he has the big names now. But I mean, what has he really taught these niggas? Because for Errol Spence to be in the sport of boxing for this goddamn long, not to know how to go up against southpaws, not to know how to slip and shoot, you know what I'm saying? Catch and shoot punches and weave and get his head off the center line and not being able to use his footwork laterally and fighting off his back foot. That is an indictment on fucking Derrick James, the two-time trainer of the year. How the fuck are you the two-time trainer of the year and you ain't even taught your prized possession, that man that brought you to the pinnacle of the sport of boxing? Yeah, I know Jamel won undisputed before Errol Spence, and Errol Spence wasn't able to accomplish that. But we all know you was with Errol Spence Jr., a.k.a. The Truth, a.k.a. The Big Fish, before you even laid eyes on a Jamel Charlo. And you failed that nigga, bruh. You didn't teach him nothing. You wasn't giving him any corner instructions. You know, oh man, Terence Crawford, man, that athleticism, that shit don't mean nothing, man. Oh man, I ain't worried about them Big Macs, them Cheeto bags. He was worried about the Cheeto bags. He was worried about the fucking Big Macs instead of showing Errol Spence how to catch and shoot. He was more worried about the Cheeto bags instead of telling Errol Spence, get your head off the fucking center line, man. Quit throwing that goddamn looping, that lunging jab to the body. You're getting clocked every goddamn time. You feel what I'm saying? He wasn't telling Errol anything instructional. He just kept saying, oh, go get him, man. Go get him. And Errol is looking at this nigga like, do you see my shit bleeding? Do you see me busted up right now? Do you see my fro? My fro isn't even a fucking fro right now. It's a Jerry curl because Bud is knocking that bitch to the left. Bud is knocking that bitch all the way to the right. You feel what I'm saying? I'm discombobulated out here, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And you ain't helping me either, bro. We went to camp for this shit. Did we really go to camp for this shit? Did we wait 5 long years just to get in here for you not to be able to tell me to go to my left, to circle to my right, to catch and shoot, to slip and shoot, to know how to clinch on the inside? Hell, Earl didn't even know how to clinch. He didn't even know how to clinch. You just told the nigga to go get him. Nigga, don't you see every time I try to press the issue like I've been doing against Danny Garcia, like I tried to do against your Danish you guys, like I did against a Mikey Garcia, like I did against a Lamont Peterson, like I did against Carlos Ocampo? That shit ain't working, bro. The harder I fight, the more I get hit because, oh my God, Terence Crawford was just 10 off on it. And I apologize, man. I don't mean to rub it in. But man, watching that fight just never gets old for a bud buddy like me. It never gets old. The shit never gets. I mean, didn't the nigga land like what 60-some% of his power punches? That shit is incredible when you think about it, y'all. So now that I think about it, man, it was nothing that Derrick James was going to be able to tell Errol Spence. There was absolutely nothing that Errol Spence was going to be able to do about that ass whooping. And out of all the excuses that your boy Go Thriller, aka the Black Picasso, has heard on YouTube and beyond, the best one that none of you niggas even made, I had to do the shit for you. That's how stupid some of you motherfucking Earl-sexuals are. Y'all can't even get y'all excuses together right. If y'all go back and look at that press conference that led into the weigh-in, I posted this shit on my community wall. As a matter of fact, let me pull this shit up. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Because to me, if y'all are going to make excuses, which I ain't really in the business of doing that, because I'm a results type of nigga, right? You either won or you lost. I ain't trying to hear no backstories and what happened in camp. You was sick, you had a fart, you hit your toe on the edge of the bed. I don't want to hear none of that goofy ass shit, right? But this one legitimate excuse that I'm willing to listen to, and it came from this guy right here. Matter of fact, I created this shit because, once again, I ain't heard no Errol sexual even say this shit. So let me help you dumb niggas out with y'all fucking excuse. Hold on, y'all. Because I be posting a lot of shit. Let me find this shit. Where that shit go? All right, here you go. All right, bet. So let me go ahead and share this shit. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I got 107 people in here, and I really appreciate it. Can y'all please hit the like button so the channel can grow? I'm just saying. But back to what I was saying. If y'all want to blame somebody, y'all need to be blaming this guy. I don't know who this nigga is to Errol Spence. I don't know if he was just an overly emotional Errol sexual. I don't know if this is Errol Spence's relative or cousin Kim. I don't know who the fuck this dude is to Errol Spence. But to me, this is the most legitimate excuse that you Errol sexuals can come up with, y'all, because he just kept tugging on the Boogeyman cape. He was calling him a bitch, a hoe, and oh, you're being humble now, and fuck all that. You got to fight him, worry about him. And all that shit did was piss the Boogeyman more off. Like, all you did was piss the Boogeyman off, bro. I don't know who this nigga is, but somebody in Earl's camp, y'all need to get this nigga out your camp because you talked the big fish into an ass whooping of a lifetime. I mean, this nigga is like literally, he had to go to Spain. I got to go to Spain. Fuck this, yeah. You got to show me I ain't one of your kids. You're going to have to need mine belt. You're going to need mine belt. This nigga had to go to Spain after that ass whooping, y'all. And that says a lot about Errol Spence character as a fucking professional boxer, because to me, this is just me. I'm so competitive, y'all. I hate losing. I don't know if y'all know this, but I hate losing, y'all. And we could be playing Madden, we could be playing dominoes, we could be playing Uno. Oh my God, I hate the losing Uno. I hate the losing the 2K and the Madden, right? But bro, after I get my ass kicked on the game, I can barely sleep at night. So I'm like, I'd be so mad. Fuck all the way. I could have won 99 straight games, right? But I can lose one game just one time. And I'm pissed off for the rest of the day. I done forgot about all the other wins that I had. Factsy Thriller, big facts. So I say all that to say, Earl, it ain't no fucking way. I know you got your ass kicked, bro. And I know you got to clear your mind and get your mind right. And you know what I'm saying? Think some things through because, I mean, I'm just saying the Boogeyman probably put your ass in retirement, Rashawn Porter. I'm just going to throw that out there because there's a lot of people like Stephen A. Smith, shout out to him, that said that Earl, you know, maybe need to consider retiring. I'm just going to throw that out there. But anyway, that ain't what I said. That's what they saying. But what I'm saying is this. It ain't no fucking way I would be able to go to another country or go on another vacation and take more time away from the sport of boxing. And I know you're suspended by the commission because you got your ass kicked and you got all these bruises on your face and your lip was busted up, your eye was busted up, your ears was swollen, your fro was fucked up. I don't even know why you still got the fro. I seen you on social media, bro. I would cut that shit off. Like after that performance, I would have went bald. Just fucking bald. Just shave my shit, Mr. Clean. Just smooth off. But Errol, why aren't you in the fucking gym? Like, bro, I would be watching that film over and over and over. I would be trying to figure out who can I add because it's obvious Derrick James don't know what the fuck he doing right now. I mean, yeah, I ain't got to fire this goofy ass motherfucker with them Tito bags, them Big Macs, them Tigo bags. I ain't got to fire. I ain't got to fire this nigga, but I need to add somebody to the camp. I mean, I need to learn something. This nigga needed to learn something. He need another set of eyes, maybe even two or four. I don't know what Errol Spence need. Somebody educate your boy Go Thriller in the chat, man. And make sure y'all hit that like button. But that's pretty much all I got to say, man. I wouldn't be able to live for myself if I'm Errol Spence. I wouldn't be able to go on vacation. I wouldn't be able to kick it with my woman. Hell, my wife will tell you, when she see me losing in the Madden or on the 2K, she ain't gonna fuck with me because she already know it comes with a fucking problem because I'm insane like that. I hate losing in any fucking thing, right? So if I just couldn't do it. But hey, man, that's just me. And then Bud, it's already been, well, not rumored because shout out to Travion Crawford. Y'all heard him say it. He was back in the gym 2 days later after the fucking fight. He's still in shape. This man making his media rounds. You feel what I'm saying? He's on his victory tour. He's staying in shape. He's hitting up B&B, amateur boxing night and all this shit. This man lives and breathes the sport. But the same cannot be said about Errol Spence. And that's one of the things that I try to tell you goofy ass niggas all the time. But hey, man, what do I know? I'm just a little old YouTuber who come on here and just tell the motherfucking truth. Facts, Thriller, big facts. So let me do this, man. I'm going to read some of these comments. And then I'm gonna drop the link. But y'all got to get my likes up. My likes are behind. I got 100. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. It say I got 106 people in here with hold on, how many likes I got? I got 90 likes. So yeah, if y'all want to send a cash out to support the channel, the cash app is I said it E3. And I'm gonna read some comments. Let me scroll to the top. And then I'm gonna drop the link if y'all get my likes up to 100. If y'all want to come on my platform and pop your shit for a little bit, I ain't gonna be on this bitch all night because once again, I got to wake up in the morning and I got to go work out and shit like that. But back to the comments. I go get them likes up and then I will drop the link. But if not, I'm going to just read some comments and I'm going to get the fuck out. All right, man. Shout out to my nigga from the 504 boxing guy. Hold on, y'all. This shit singing. Hold on. Let me zoom in real quick. All right. There you go. I bet. Hold on, y'all. Why this shit playing? Hold on, y'all. I can barely see my computer. All right. There you go. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my shit right. All right, he said just getting off work, ready to get this news. Been at work all day. Let's get it through. Hey, man, I appreciate you for tapping in, my guy. Shout out to everybody that's working that night shift, man, the graveyard shift. He said, salute Thriller, cook on in the Black Picasso. I appreciate it, my brother. Shout out to my home away from home, man. Louisiana, New Orleans. Stand the fuck up. What up to back in Golden, man? Mr. Maceo. I see you. How are you, kind sir? What up to my guy Darian? He said, what up, Thriller? What's popping? How are you, kind sir? What up, Profound Dreamer? He said, sub on the new channel. Hey, man, I appreciate it. And speaking of which, man, I got my new channel pinned at the top, but I know a lot of people might be confused on how you spell Go Thriller. So, you know, it's just like Goat and then Thriller, 3ILLA. Let me show y'all. This is my channel, man. Go over there and sub up to this channel so I can get monetized. I need 500 subs. So I think I'm about two something short, maybe about 3 something short. So, man, it'll be greatly appreciated if y'all go over there and sub up to my new channel. So y'all can start sending your boy super chats and shit like that. And I can put your comments up on the screen and read them and go from there, man, and play some clips for y'all. Y'all know how I play. I'm a man of the people. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Let me see. What up, COE Films? He said Crawford out here playing chess. They can run, but they can't hide. Somebody has to meet the boogeyman. 3-time undisputed. I agree, bro. I ain't trying to hear that shit from Canelo talking about, oh, he ain't gonna get no credit. Nigga, you ain't gonna get no credit for beating Jamel. You ain't gonna get no credit for beating Jamal. We don't want to see you fight Jamal, but we've been begging for you to fight David Benavidez. We've been begging for you to fight Arthur Bitter Beef. You feel what I'm saying? You won't fight the niggas that we really want you to fight. So goddamn it, why don't you go ahead and fight Terence Bud Crawford? That's all we want to see now. We want to see a Bud can pull off the unthinkable. I'm just saying. Shout out to COE. What up to one of my day ones, man? Salute E Thriller in the Woodpack. What up, WJ? What's popping? What up to my guy, IOTBA Boxing Talk? Shout out to the Spit Bucket, man. Make sure y'all go sub up to the group on Facebook and go sub up to IOTBA Boxing Talk and the Spit Bucket on YouTube. Mr. 214 was popping. He said E3 in the Woodpack. What's up? Was popping. Hold on, y'all. I just got a notification. Shout out to my guy, man, Mr. INTJ, for supporting the channel with that Cash App donation yet again. I appreciate your love and support, man. Hold on, man. I need to get my goddamn mouse. And y'all already know. I appreciate it, man. I got to get you right. Hit it.
No. A lot of these niggas be out here biting on my nigga E Thriller shit. A lot of these niggas be scared to debate my nigga E Thriller. They be in the backgrounds lurking and shit. These copycat ass niggas. I be seeing all you niggas out here with y'all Rudy Poo face ass. Can't stand you, nigga. Be original, lame ass niggas. What's wrong with niggas? Copycat. Hey, I want to be like him. Sometimes I dream that he like E Thriller. If I could be like E Thriller, I want to be like it. If I E Thriller face ass nigga, get your own style, nigga. Sometimes I dream that he like E Thriller. If I could be like E Thriller, I be seeing all these lame ass niggas out. Yeah, I see you, nigga. Sometimes I dream that he like E Thriller. If I could be like E Thriller, I wanna be like E Thriller. Face ass niggas.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mr. INTJ again. I appreciate the support again, fam. All right, man. Let me see who haven't I got. Hold on, y'all. My shit lagging, man. Shout out to Stream Elements, man. I see you. What up, Boxing Nerd? My brother from Canada. It's popping. What up, UNICY? He said, salute E3 the Black Picasso in the chat. I appreciate it. Salute. Shout out to the Wolf chat. What up, Beige? He said, E3, bro, I can't wait for this season 2. What you talking about, fam? What you mean season 2? Talk to me. Shout out to my brother, the General Big Fish is into the premises, man, the enforcer. He said, oh, information has been confirmed. Hey, man, y'all got a lot of shit y'all can come on and pop about, bro. I'm going to just throw that out there. A lot of shit I got to eat crow on. I'm just saying. But I ain't going to say no names. But shout out to the General, man. What up to my guy, Jace, man, OOM. He said, salute E3. Salute. What's popping? What up, Chris? I see you. What up, X, man? He said, we can hear you, E3. Okay. What up, Rahman? He said, E3. I hit that like button. Hey, man, I appreciate it. Okay, babe, say E3. He said, I can't wait for season 2 of the best series of YouTube. I wonder who going to be the main character this time. I wanted it to be about Boots, but it seems as though Crawford ain't trying to fight him. No, it ain't going to be about Boots, man. But, hey, man, if y'all ready for part 20, y'all let me know it. And also, if y'all got any ideas that y'all want to shoot to me, y'all can always hit me up on my community wall, my email, DM me on IG. I be on IG a lot. And I don't really be on Twitter like that, to be honest with y'all. So if y'all want to get a hold of me, y'all can always email me or just hit me up on the community wall on one of my posts on my videos, man. Send me what y'all want me to do. And if I got the time, because I really don't have a lot of time like I used to in the past, that's why I only go live like once or twice a week, if that. You feel what I'm saying? But once I start getting my time, the way that I used to have my time, I'm going to be hitting y'all with videos and all kind of lives and shit. Just be patient with me. But part 20 is definitely the only way. But great things take time. Great things take time. So just bear with me, y'all. I appreciate your love and support. What up to my dog? ASAP, 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 ASAP. Shout out to my nigga ASAP, man. He said, E3, what up? What's popping? How are you, kind sir? What up to one of my day ones, Davy John? I see you. He said, go Thriller. I see you. I see you. What up, WB? He said, what's up, everybody? It's hot as a motherfucker in North Omaha, temperature on the thermostat and in these treacherous streets. Stay safe, all. Hey, man, shout out to my niggas in the O. It's popping. Hey, man, it's hot as fucking Dallas, too, bro. You know, it's been like 110 degrees, 108, 106, 105. So, man, it can't be hotter than what it is down here. But educate me. Drop something in the chat because I don't know. I don't know. What up, Thinkers Think? What's popping? I see you. I see you. What up to Tough Glove Boxing? He said salute E3 and the rest of the fam. I appreciate it. Salute. What's up? What up, Mark Nash? I see your boy. I was popping. Appreciate it. Who haven't I got? Big Fish said, proof Canelo is ducking Bud part 1. We can finally agree on something. Canelo is the worst for competitive boxing. Hey, man. Canelo, hey, I can kind of see why a lot of people criticize Canelo. But you got to put your boy Tank in that conversation as well, Big Fish. I'm just saying, if we going to get on Canelo, then we damn sure got to get on Tank. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What up, Los? I see you. He said E3 salute was popping. What up, D-Low 404 Boxing? I see you. He said he hit the like button. I appreciate it, my brother. What up to my guy, man? He rock with Errol Spence heavy. Walter Trent. He said, I don't know, Thriller. First, he said Canelo was too big. Now he'll fight him at 168, which you call greatness. I see this as being highly suspicious, or AKA Victor Conte effect. Really? Is that what we gonna do tonight, bro? Are we gonna diminish the greatness of a Terence Bud Crawford? Are you really gonna throw that out there about Victor Conte, bro? As if Bud ain't been sleeping niggas since he's been at 135, at 140, before he was even a snack athlete, bro. But all of a sudden, this man knocked out Sean Porter and he stops Errol Spence, and now it's the snack. Come on, man. We can't keep doing this shit, y'all. God damn. Oh, man, the hate for Terence Crawford is just real. I mean, Walter, you my guy. You still my guy. I know you rock with Errol Spence, and I know you're going through some things right now, my masterpiece boys. I'm going through some things. These niggas and these bitches got me going through some things. I get it. I know you're going through some shit because that loss was hard to watch, man. It was hard to bear with. But, man, give Bud his credit, bro. Skills pays the bills, my brother. Damn. Shit. Man, shout out to Ayo. He said Crawford for real. Hell yeah, he for real, bro. Let me remove this shit. But yeah, that's the nigga y'all need to be blaming. If y'all gonna get mad at anybody, fuck Victor Conte. Fuck the quote-unquote alleged loaded gloves and all this other goofy ass shit that these Earl sections that came up with just to keep, content flowing in and super chats and likes. Why don't y'all blame this nigga right here? This is the main culprit, in my honest opinion, that if y'all say, hey, man, it's this nigga fault, I ain't even gonna debate with you. Because I agree, he talked Earl into an ass whooping. He really did. Lowe said the crazy part, you don't even have to sell Canelo versus Bud to the casuals. Hell no. Hell no. Martin said E3, I think fans will crucify Canelo for being male up 2 divisions, then Bud 3 divisions. I disagree, bro. I disagree because I think a lot of casuals and hardcore fans are going to be, crazy enough to think that Bud can pull it off. And I'm one of them motherfuckers. I think Bud could pull it off. If he could take Canelo punch, bro, Canelo is not a better boxer than Terence Crawford. By any means, I don't see it. And Canelo my second favorite fighter, but I'm just calling it how I see it. So if Bud can take his punch, Mark Nash, shit, I pay for it, bro. I will pay for it. And then think about this, Mark Nash. Canelo been getting crucified his whole fucking career. We didn't want to see him take the last several fucking fights he done fought, right? Even niggas was crucifying him for fighting Bivol. We wanted to see him fight better because everybody thought, well, I wouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people, including me, thought he was going to be Bivol. But Bivol proved to be the way better boxer. Too fast, too athletic, too big, too strong. And he just jabbed Canelo to death and threw combinations. And he basically didn't take any of the bait that Canelo was trying to throw out there about, countering him all fucking night. He didn't go for the bait. But yeah, I feel you though. Let me see, man. Who haven't I got? Damn. What up, they know? He said Bud got a for reach advantage on Canelo. He'll be the counter puncher with Canelo stalking him. Bud would pick him apart. I agree. Let me check on my likes, man. Let me go ahead and drop the link just in case I'll let y'all come on the rock for a little bit, man, before I hop off. It's what time is it? I got a little bit, man. I'll let y'all come on the rock with your boy Go Thriller, man. Let me go over the panel etiquette real quick. Before y'all come on. Where my shit at? All right, panel etiquette, which is very important. Let me remove this shit. All right, panel etiquette. Rule number 1, cut your camera on so I can authenticate who you are. Then you can cut it off or you can leave it on if you want to. Rule number 2, please mute your audio until I introduce you. Rule number 3, you have 2 minutes to talk. Once that 2 minutes is up, I'm going to pass the mic. Rule number 4, which is a very important rule, please don't dominate the show, because everybody, if it's a big panel, everybody want to make their points. And if somebody got smoke with somebody else, fall back like you're in the barbershop and then get in where you fit in. Be mindful, be respectful to one another. And we're going to keep it going on around the panel. And rule number 5, which is one of the most important rules on my panel: please don't mention no other channels. And if you do, that comes with a paid promotion fee of $25 cash out. It's as simple as that. If you don't cash out me, I'm kicking you the fuck off. And rule number 6, which is the most important rule: please respect the host and my guests. Once again, please respect the host, which is me, and my guests, which is the panel members. All right, man, going out to my guy, Boxing Nerd 101. You're live on the chat with the pack. Talk to me, bro. You got 2 minutes. What's poppin'?
What's going on, E3? How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I can't complain, man. I'm good, man. How are you?
No, I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. Enjoying this boxing talk. I really thought.
Hey, man, let me ask you this. Don't the world feel like it's in a better place after July the 29th? Don't you just feel better when you wake up in the morning?
Bro, we've been set free, man.
Okay.
All my
go
chains
ahead.
have been released, man. I don't feel. I'm glad you said that, because I was going to go in another direction, but I'm glad you said that. Let's talk about this for a little bit.
Hey, Boxing, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been having a little extra pep in my step ever since July the 30th. I'm just gonna throw that out there, but go ahead.
Yo, honestly, some of my back pain has gone away. You know, like I can move a little looser.
My joints ain't hurting when I wake up in the morning like they used to.
Man, it just feels better. It's just everything is right with the world. Like all these fake fans, all these fake boxing analysts that be saying the same thing after everybody else, copycatting everybody else's prediction on the fight. They're all gone. They're all gone. Every single one of them. It's beautiful, man. The sun
I'm
is
still looking for one particular individual in particular. Sean T. I mean, the man owed me $1,000. If anybody sees Sean T, can y'all let him know that Go Thriller has a word or two for him? You know, send me my cash out. Go ahead, Boxing.
No, it's all good, man. Yeah, everything's just much better. Boxing's back to what it used to be. Best fighting the best. And we have to give, as much as we don't like him much, we have to give shout outs to Ryan and Tank. They really did start the flow, because I feel like the revenue that came from their fight, the pay-per-views and all the traction that came with the money, really opened up the floodgates for all these fights to be made.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Boxing Nerd. It's hard for me, a brother like me, your boy Go Thriller, to give any credit to Ryan Kardashian or Javante Tank Davis. But go ahead.
Yeah, I got you, man. But man, that'll be a big fight. Canelo and Crawford. I'm loving the victory lap. This is a real victory lap with Crawford. Crawford's doing, man. He's going on channels I've never seen before, honestly, and giving them shine. So it's beautiful. He's the people's face of boxing. I don't know if I can call him the face of boxing just yet. I would love to, but I feel like
he's champ right now, man.
100%, without a doubt. He's a man of the people. He really is the man of the people. So I just had a conversation with someone else on a different channel about having he thinks that Crawford would fill a 70,000 person stadium. What do you think right now?
You said so repeat that again. Cut your camera.
He believes that Crawford now could sell out a 70,000 person stadium just because off the traction
by fighting who? Just anybody? Like
not just anybody. It'd have to be a big fight.
It depends on who he fight, bro. I think he could do it if he fight Canelo or somebody.
Yeah, okay. Now we're talking a different story.
Or say, for example, Jamel Charlo, if he goes out there and perform great against Canelo, win, lose, or draw, then that makes that fight bigger. So maybe and then we know the build up to that fight gonna be crazy.
Oh my god,
it's gonna be way better than the build up with Errol Spence.
100%, because they don't like each
maybe
other.
Just maybe, bro.
My last little point.
Yep.
My last little point is all the welterweights beside Crawford are ducking.
I see you, Kip.
I want to see Wes fight Boots. I want to see Mario Barnes fight Boots. I want to see anybody fight Boots. Like, what the hell? Why is Ugas and Mario Barnes getting a title shot when Boots is right there? I know he's a mandatory for IBF, but I'm just being cheesy. You know I am. But that's all I got to say. E3, I'll wait for the open panel.
Alrighty, man. I appreciate the panel etiquette, my guy. All right, man. Let me go out to my guy, Run. You're live on the chat with the pad. Talk to me, fam. You got 2 minutes, bro.
What's up, E Thriller? I'm coming in clear.
Yeah, man. You sound Gucci, man. What's poppin'? How are you, kind sir?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Love to hear the boxing talk from, love to see you back on live, G. You feel me?
Appreciate it, man. I apologize, man, but my schedule crazy, bro. So as much as I want to come on, I can't come on like I used to, bro.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. I already know how it is. I just got off work myself. But
Oh, okay then.
yeah, man. I first of all, you're so correct, bro. Everything is right with the world, bro. We got Terence Crawford in his rightful position. See, I love watching him do these interviews because the world is finding out what we already knew. You feel me? Like we already knew he was that dude, but now everybody else get to see, what I'm saying, Terence Crawford, like he really is that dude. You feel me?
Yep.
So that's perfect. But I was gonna talk about Tank a little bit.
Go ahead. Copy shit. Yeah. Please
Yeah,
do.
now Tank, bro. Tank, I rock with Tank. I like Tank, but what you're saying is undeniable, bro. Like, he ain't fighting nobody with no good head movement, or, let's just call it. He ain't fighting nobody with no sauce, bro. He ain't fighting no black fighters for real.
He ain't fighting no brothers, man.
No brothers, bro.
No athleticism whatsoever.
And I'm not racist either. You feel me? Like I feel like some of the best fighters are Hispanic, but yeah, no, that ain't it. Leo Santa Cruz, all of that nonsense. Yeah, no, I'm good on
Campbell
that.
on the torn Achilles. Yep.
Exactly. So, and I was with him until he said if I tap Bud Chin, he gonna. Is you crazy? You feel me? Like, bro, you won't even fight the best at 35. You is not finna come up to 47 and do nothing with Terence Bud Crawford. So let's just get all novice ideas out of your head about, what I'm saying, he gonna do something with Bud, because I don't think that's realistic at all. Frank, I was gonna touch on Frank Martin too. I feel
go
like
ahead, bro. Pop shit.
Frank Martin, just another little kind of. I feel like it's a little too much cheering going on for Frank Martin, and I don't feel like he done enough yet. So if he get this fight with Shakur or Keyshawn, it's gonna be another PBC fighter exposed. We gonna get another display, because it's just they not put. It's the matchmaking. You feel me? The matchmaking making these guys look great, but in all reality, they ain't got the skills to necessarily pay all the bills. So, Frank Martin, one of them, and I'm just excited to see all of these, just everybody fight everybody, so we can get all the hype jobs out the way and we can let the cream rise to the top. You feel me? But that's about all I had to say, though, E3. You feel me?
I appreciate you, Ron. Hey, man, I agree, man. And yeah, I would love to see that fight between Frank Martin and Shakur, but I do not think it's going to happen. But let me ask you this real quick before I pass the mic. Do you feel like Frank Martin won his last fight?
he got blessed. He got blessed. Okay. He did knock him down. Was it twice?
I think in the last round, no, the guy took a knee. I think he took a knee.
He took a knee.
He took a knee. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, because of the knee, I give him the nod. But you know what I'm saying? It was a close one. It was definitely
okay. Already, I appreciate you, bro. All right, going out to Mr. INTJ. You're live on the chat with the pack. You got 2 minutes, bro. Talk to me. What's poppin'?
Hey, shout out Thriller. Shout out to everybody on the panel. Yeah, I kind of agree with the whole conversation too. Also about the Bud, being able to beat Canelo, because if you realize Canelo has a problem with people with movement, and Bud definitely has that and the reach. Not only that, I mean, he's not going to be sitting there for Canelo to sit there and tee off on. And I trust in his conditioning from that standpoint. So from the, I believe he has ability to win that fight. I just honestly do it. Ain't got nothing to do with me being a Bud fan, but it's just a simple fact. He has the ability to, from style, technique wise, that's going to give him difficulties to smite with that type of style that can move and hit you from both angles, you know what I'm saying, and give him that type of distance and his ability to reach. But for the conversation you said about Derrick James, I said it before the fight. I've been saying this, like, the reason why Derrick James has such distilment and hate towards Bud is because Bud is a retirement package. Once he get finished punching up, I said this. I said, once he get finished punching up EJ after the rematch, he's going to beat the shit out of Charlo. Hopefully, if Charlo don't get slaughtered by Canelo, which I think he can give him a chance because Charlo can move a little bit. But I still think Canelo will pin him down. But once he come back down, let Bud go ahead and fillet his ass. And hopefully, if that's the case, he can come up and beat Charlo and beat Canelo 4 times, retire. We got to put that man in the top 2, hands down. But like the man on the West Coast was saying, like also too about Frank Martin. I'm gonna jump around too quick, but Frank Martin is soon to be exposed. Like this is the thing I noticed about PBC fighters. they have problem fighting people with movement, with quick feet. You know what I'm saying? The only way you're gonna beat Bud, you're gonna have some quick feet. You can give them problems. You know what I'm saying? You look at most of the PBC fighters, they're flat-footed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got power, quick hands, but they're flat-footed. I mean, you can't get in and get out. You got problems. So it's kind of like the matchups PBC has. Why they say they keep Tank away. Tank's been over there ducking a lot of people. Gary Russell been over there on the PBC side, and nothing happened. So this whole argument about Tank is this guy's like it's too many flaws in the resume for me to be considered that. Like I said, I already told people, and if he fights Shakur, I got money on him. I don't even think he could beat Devin. He had to hold on to a lucky punch. But I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody else get their time on the panel.
Alrighty, man. I appreciate the panel etiquette, Mr. INTJ. All right, man. Going out to my guy, Mr. 214 to Across the Pond, IOTBA. You're live on the chat with the pack. Talk to me, bro. You got 2 minutes, man.
Hey, man, shout out to E Thriller, man, a.k.a. hamrothstein, a.k.a. Mr. Full Court Press. Shout out to the Wolf Pack. Shout out to the Wolf Chat. First, I'm going to start off with, you made a point talking about y'all think he could be Canelo. Now, y'all need to really look at what y'all talking about real quick. This ain't Errol Spence fighting. Canelo got head movement. Canelo could do all of that. Y'all talking about Canelo got exposed against Floyd. That was a young 22-year-old Canelo going up against possibly the greatest of all time who had major experience over Canelo. I'm not making no excuses for Canelo, but that's just facts, right? And now, let's talk about Tank Davis. Y'all sit up here and try to say Tank Davis don't have a chance. Wow, that's blasphemy to me. If we look at a Tank Davis, we could clearly tell he has way more skills than Errol Spence, and he has more pop. He has showed that consistently throughout his career. Now, when we're saying he can't move up and fight Terence Crawford, why can't he? We done seen other fighters move up in a history and be able to compete. So why can't Tank? Right now, with Terence Crawford saying that he wants to fight Canelo, that's cool. But how realistic is that? Like, y'all talk about listen, we're going to see next how big of a star Terence Crawford really is. Like, I see him doing all these interviews, but how big of a star is he? Because if you're a star, you can fight who you want to fight and get put on pay-per-view. So we talking about how he a megastar. We don't know that yet. Let's see who he fight next. And then that'll show us if Terence Crawford really the superstar, megastar that everybody raining on him right now. You got to understand, it take matchups to make a big fight. Him and Errol Spence was a big matchup. They both coincided. Okay, go ahead, Ethan.
I appreciate that, Ayo. Okay, then going out to the BFB Master Q. You're live on the chat with the Pat. Talk to me, bro. What's popping?
What's popping, Go Thriller?
Man, I can't call it, bro. Pop your shit. You got 2 minutes, fam.
Hey, man, shout out to the pack, man. I'm going to just say this real quick because I'm really hyped for open panel, right? Because I feel like I want some smoke tonight. Say, man, you're not going to believe what I'm finna say, but I'm going to be honest, man. If Canelo was the same Canelo that we've always known and seen through the years, I would say wholeheartedly, Bud Crawford finna get sat on his ass and get hurt severely. But due to the fact I've been seeing a declining Canelo, I give him a shot, right? Far as Tank, I'm sorry, y'all can hang that up. Y'all not gonna get that. I'd rather see Tank fight Monster Inoue. I think that's a way bigger, way more exciting fight than him fighting the Terence Bud Crawford. That's just my opinion, right?
Oh, wow.
And people talking about Frank Martin is a joke, things of that nature, and the matchmaking. Shakur Stevenson, I give him his props. We can't take nothing away from Shakur. But we mentioning Keyshawn Davis, that's been match made pretty well. He hasn't done enough. What has he done? Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. Anthony Yigits, that don't impress me. But other than that, I'm gonna pass the mic or whatever. Cause say, man, I sure got to say something to Omaha when we go to open panel. Cause I've been getting called out. I pass the mic for now.
Already cute. All right, man. Going out to the General Big Fish. You're live on the chat with the pack. Talk to me, big bro.
Yo, E3, what's going on, boss?
Oh, man, I can't call it. How are you, kind sir?
Man, I feel real bad. I have to deliver this bad news to y'all, man.
What's that? Go ahead.
You know, y'all talk about how y'all would like for things to be. I always keep it 100 and tell it like it is. So the best fight in boxing to see is Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. I would love to see that cherry picking motherfucker get his ass beat into retirement. I would pick Terence Crawford to win that fight. Canelo knows that that's not a style that he want to face, so he using his weight. So if Canelo did oblige Terence Crawford and say, "Hey, I'm gonna fight you," it ain't gonna be no coin flip. It ain't gonna be no sending shit back to look over this and look over that. It ain't gonna be none of that bullshit, E-Thriller. I'm sorry. You can keep your ass at 147, 154 if you want. If I'm speaking on behalf of Canelo right now, if you didn't know. So knowing Canelo, he done already said what he believed. He ain't gonna get no credit for beating Terence Crawford, jumping up from 147 to 168. That he absolutely right. Terence Crawford is looking for a payday, which ain't nothing wrong with that. So he's not getting that fight. But if he's serious about moving up and possibly getting that fight, the second best fight for Terence Crawford to make, in my opinion, would be David Benavidez.
Ooh.
Right? E3, that would be a hell of a fight. Okay, that's the fight I would want to see. That would be a great one. Okay, you want to bring Tank into the equation, like my right brother Q said, you ain't getting that one, E3. We ain't feeding you Tank Davis and let you ruin his career. That ain't happening. So you can.
That's right.
We go keep taking the A side luxuries of picking who you want to fight, selling out. You heard about Mark Davis want Tank Davis to fight in Raiders Stadium, man. So we about to do big things out there in Vegas, man. So we ain't got time for Terence Crawford. And again, if Tank just so happened to oblige Terence Crawford in the fight, we know who the superior A side is. Ain't no motherfucking coin flip. So goddamn
we'll let him have A side. Big Fish, we'll let him have A side.
Eminem ain't coming out and introducing all this bullshit. We ain't doing none of that with Tank. It ain't no, we got to look over this and send this back, and we got to pick the referee and the glove size. No, Terence Crawford, you are still the B side. So the moral of the story, E3, he beat Errol Spence, but business-wise, he's still in the same position. The only fights out there for him really to make are tough, hard fights for little bitty money, low guarantees. I'll wait for Open Panel to finish chewing on that.
Yeah, so let me ask you this real quick before I open the panel, Big Fish. Are you okay with Tank being rumored to fight this guy from the UFC, Sean O'Malley, in an exhibition?
Am I okay? Is that a competitive fight? Fuck no, but if that's what he want to do, that's on him. Am I gonna pay to see something like that? No. So no, I'm not gonna support that.
You would pay for that, Ayo?
I'm a big UFC fan.
Yeah.
Cancelo's gonna pay for that, bro.
So you would pay to see Tank fight in UFC.
Sean O'Malley is a mega star now. Him and Tank coming together will do bigger numbers than Tank and Ryan Garcia. I'm telling y'all that. Remember,
big fact. That's just like Floyd and McGregor, Conor McGregor.
Man, them niggas probably do 2 mil E3. No cap.
See, that's the level Tank on, y'all. He ain't worried about moving up to fight the Boogeyman. That ain't happening.
And Sean O'Malley fight at 135 as well. And
I think Tank should move up and fight Bud though. That way he can prove his point.
He ain't got nothing to prove to you.
We ain't trying to prove nothing. Ain't nothing to prove.
Yeah, that goes
by his money. Tank by his money.
That goes against the flow metal.
You know what tripped me out?
Metal.
You know what tripped me out when they talk about Tank, right? When we saying that same shit about Terence Crawford?
Yeah, but y'all were wrong about that.
No, I'm okay.
Because
So
but wait a minute, because context matters, Ayo. Terence Crawford was winning and fighting real champions. He was winning real
Ain't never
belts.
ducked nobody.
But who was he
Ain't never
really?
done nobody.
Tank fought off his Tank. Wait a minute, Tank claimed to fame is beating a TikToking prospect. This nigga ain't never won no. He ain't never been in a championship fight. I ain't never won no belt in Ryan Kardashian.
Nah,
It's not the
nah,
same, bro.
his claim to fame is 1.5, being a part of 1.5.
Exactly. That's what I said earlier, bro. Selling tickets.
Yeah,
But
that's all
what
that
they got to
matters
do
in
with his
boxing. Terence Crawford told us that, just told us that. Everything that we've been saying. Belts don't fucking matter, and we fighting for money. That's all that fucking matters. So it don't matter what the opponent, who the opponent
He
is.
hasn't had a fight
We
without a
getting the
belt.
money.
Yeah,
the
you can
belts
say
don't
that.
matter. Wait a minute, Big
When you
Fish. I
two
hear what
times
you're saying.
That's what prize
Wait a
fighting is
minute.
supposed
Wait
to
a
be
minute.
about.
Wait a minute. Terence Crawford did say that, Big Fish. But if the belts don't matter, then why was y'all running with this shit that Errol Spence was spitting this whole time about making that fight for undisputed?
He not only did Earl have the belt advantage, he had the box office receipts advantage. So pick your poison. Which one you want
I'm
to
just
go with?
asking. I'm just asking you a question because that's what Errol Spence was saying to stall that fight this entire time.
And another
It was
thing
about,
you said,
it was about
E3.
undisputed, fighting for all the marbles. Now y'all
Hey,
saying
Big Fish.
the belts don't matter because
Which
Bud
made
said
it
it.
a bigger fight than
No,
what it
I've
would have
been saying
been
this.
5 years
Bud
ago.
I
just
know you've been
confirming.
saying it,
But
Big
no,
Fish. I
Bud,
understand
I've
it,
been saying that.
but
Bud
it's
is somebody that y'all listen to and believe. So he just confirmed what I said. So that's
but
the
that
only
don't
reason
mean
why
it.
I'm
But
bringing
listen,
Bud
this is
into
my
it.
But
thing.
you
I
can
don't
say
have to agree with it.
You don't, but Bud do.
That's what
That's
I'm
all I
saying.
need. I just need
Bud
Bud.
said that though, E3.
I don't have to. I don't agree with everything Terence Crawford said.
Yeah, but he just said it though. Like he
yeah,
I
telling
but
the
did.
when
truth.
I
you
said he
when
said it, but that don't mean I have to agree with it. He
when you
also said that
collect
Earl
all the
wasn't ducking
belts,
him, but I believe Earl was ducking him. So you know,
Yeah, and so another thing, E3, you said earlier that when you in your dialogue that Terence Crawford should get no less than 15 million.
15 to 20. Yeah,
15. Like who he gonna get that against? Like
that's why he's trying to make
no,
the big
I
fights.
know.
That's why we need Tank.
No,
That's
I
why we need
understand.
Tank.
I understand. He's talking about
Y'all still
Canelo,
gonna
but
need. No.
is he really
We
gonna
need
get
Tank.
that fight? It's
Which fight? Which fight I am? I talked
realistically,
about a lot of fights. Which one?
I know. Realistically, he not gonna get Canelo. Realistically, he not gonna get Tank fight.
How do you
So
know How do you know he can't get a Canelo fight?
I just don't see it. I see Benavidez. I think Benavidez get that shot next.
So you
Man,
think
that'd
Canelo
be a
fight
massive fight
Benavidez?
right there, boy.
I don't see it. I don't see it, E3.
No, I'm asking you. You think Canelo gonna fight David Benavidez next?
Oh, absolutely.
E3.
He
Let
signed
me ask
this
you a
Hell
three.
no.
question.
So you think he signed this?
I hope so. I hope
You
you're
think he
right.
signed this 3-deal contract to come to PBC and Benavidez not one of the fighters?
I don't know, bro. Canelo been moving funny with that Benavidez fight.
Let me ask y'all a
Oh, wow.
question. How do y'all feel about Bud fighting David Benavidez? Let's talk about that.
that would
I
be
ain't
a
gonna
hell of
lie.
a fight.
What does he
That
have
would
to
be a
offer?
hell of a fight.
That
Can I
fight
answer
makes
He
that
no
don't got
quick?
sense
nothing
to
to
you
offer Crawford.
Can I
because
answer
for
that real
one, he
quick?
has nothing to offer Bud
He
for
got nothing
moving
to
up
offer
3 weight
Crawford.
classes.
No.
That's
Can I
a
answer
big
that real
money
quick?
fight. That's
No,
something
it's
Bro,
I,
that's
not.
not
That's a
that's a
no
big
big
big.
money
money
That's a
fight.
It's
fight.
not.
prize fight.
Is
It
it
ain't
a
big
big
as the
money
Tank
fight?
fight.
Bro,
Him
that's not
fighting
no big
him,
money
him,
fight.
him,
How
How
is
is
it
it
a
a big
money
money
fight?
fight?
That ain't big.
He
no,
got
him
something
fighting
to
Nobody
offer.
know David.
him fighting Benavidez is like him fighting Boots. No one
Bro,
cares.
that's not no
Boogeyman
big money
against
fight. If
Boogeyman.
like
He
Boots, he gonna do that.
that's a
Exactly.
bigger fight than Boots.
Oh,
There's
well,
no
you know
there's
what?
no
Big
money in
Fish.
both of those
No,
fights.
Big Fish might got a point though because
No, he
his
don't.
beef there with
That's
Jose
the classic
Benavidez.
Mexican versus black,
No,
man. Y'all
No,
tripping,
his
trying to
beef
you
there.
guys
bro.
no, you guys are
His
trying to
beef.
get you
man.
you're trying
Y'all
to get
just listen to me. Everything that I be saying be right, man.
No,
Except
you
for
said Spence was gonna beat Crawford. That was
I
wrong.
thought he was gonna beat Crawford, motherfucker.
That's a
Stop
fact,
playing
boxing
with me.
That's a
Hey,
fact.
boxing
Wrong
nerd,
as hell.
yo ass up here talking about Boots and beat Crawford. What the
Hey,
fuck is
man.
you
Of
smoking?
course, I believe that. That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
okay,
full of
yeah.
shit, boxing
Yeah,
nerd.
you out your goddamn mind, boxing nerd. If you
Right.
think
Wait,
Boots
hold
can
on,
beat
hold
Bud
on.
I can
Crawford.
empathize with what Big Fish was saying because that
Nah,
made more
can
sense.
we all agree? Can we all agree he puts up a better fight than Spence did?
No,
Yes, he
no,
does. What are you talking about? No.
I
No,
disagree.
he put up a better fight than Spence. He'll put up a
He'll
better fight
definitely
than
put up a
Spence.
better
He'll
fight
put
than
up a better
Spence.
fight
Come
than
on
Spence.
now.
Boots, first of all, I don't even know if Boots can take a real punch from a nigga that can
Oh,
crack
come
at
on. He
147.
he
That is
took
yet to be
great shots
seen.
against Villa. Villa's a good
Against
puncher.
who? Who?
Villa's a
Villa.
puncher. picture.
Villa.
Man.
But why? Why? Because he beat up that bum before he fought him.
Hey, look, I think Boots is the
Villa come
goods, but
forward. He
he's
built for
not on
Boots.
Terence Crawford level. And and Terence Crawford at this stage, Boots he's just too late to the party.
He missed his opportunity. He moved out the WBO. I ain't trying to hear
Okay,
that shit.
I have a question for all of you. This is a perfect question. Would you guys rather take $300 or $100?
Where's that lead to?
That's a rhetorical question. Go ahead.
That's rhetorical. Go ahead. What's your point?
Would you rather go for $3 or $1? Come on now.
But you the mandatory. You still want. He wasn't the mandatory.
Wait a minute. Context matters. Context matters, boxing nerd. Because guess what? Errol Spence had mandatories lined up. Correct.
Correct.
So why not just stay with the WBO? Terence Crawford didn't have no mandatory.
The IBF is the most ruthless mandatory. They'll strip you.
No, that nigga, he wasn't defending them belts like that, bro.
Hey, E3, can I ask Boxing Nerd a question?
Sure, go
ahead. He had to defend that belt in 4 years. He had to defend that IBF belt in 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing Nerd, my right brother, I know you a super Bud buddy, and you done seen all these interviews. You heard Bud Crawford say the belt, he surpassed those belts. He wants a big payday. So you need to be talking about which fight is going to make him the most money. That's what we need to be talking about, the realistic fight. Tank Davis and Canelo is ideal, but those not going to come to him because of the weight and the lack of want to from Tank and Canelo. So who next? Somebody does. I think Keith Thurman, David Benavidez, and Boots are the best realistic fights for Terence Crawford.
Yep. And I think he wins 2 of those 3. I don't think he beats David. I don't think he beats David. David's too big. David's too big.
A fight with David Benavidez for me as a fan does nothing for me, bro. Personally.
Because he probably loses. That's why.
If he wins, like what is he gaining by beating David Benavidez?
Oh, he beats the
He
biggest,
ain't even got no belts.
most ducked man in boxing right now.
Most ducked. This nigga snorted coke. That's why he lost his belt.
Oh, we understand that. Ayo, you don't have to do that. That's not. But get out of there, top 9. Tell the truth, boxing.
That nigga got a drug problem.
You don't have to do that, man. That's not right, bro.
We got a weight problem and a drug problem.
Was sniffing the finest from Arizona.
Hey, can y'all take y'all fan hat out for a change and like just me? What I want? What about what the fuck Terence Crawford want, which is a fucking big payday? So I know y'all don't want to see David Benavidez, and I know y'all want Terence Crawford to whoop up on Lil Tank. But look at it. It could be a Cinco de Mayo close to sometime that time of the year fight. We bump that should have bumped Canelo ass out the fucking way.
Nah, you know why? Because he a Mexican. He a Mexican American. He ain't no real Mexican.
Say it again,
right? He speak English.
Yeah, he a Mexican American. So and then that's Canelo's spot, Cinco de Mayo.
Andrew Ruiz or Canelo are the real Mexican monsters. I don't know why.
Hey, hold on, fellas, man. Hold on, y'all. My dog D Young just slid in the ring on us, man. You're live in the chat with the Pat. Talk to me, bro. You got 2 minutes, dude. What's poppin'?
Well, what's good, fellas? What's going down?
Ah, shit, I can't call it, bro. Go ahead and pop your shit, fam.
Oh man, ain't shit, man. Yeah, man. I hope we could get this boot shit if all else fails, because I see and I'm running around these YTC streets and hearing that this nigga ducking Boots, but we done already went through this shit about what this nigga Boostin had to do to get this. You feel me? And Boxing Nerd, to your credit, if you, I think it'll be a good fight, but I just think skills pay the bills, and experience in this shit is just gonna be too much for this young lion. What he needs to do is focus on fighting, standing on some of his peers. Crawford is not this nigga peer, man. It's the same thing that Crawford went through with Manny Pacquiao. Even though I wanted him to fight Pac, Pac didn't have to fight this nigga, bro. Just like Floyd didn't have to fight Keith Thurman. That's not his peer, bro. And like I keep hearing this shit about Boots this and Boots that, my nigga. This nigga ain't never took a punch from a puncher. Don't tell me nothing about no fucking Roman Villa. I don't want to hear that shit.
Come on,
and Sergey Lippin, the motherfucking kickboxer. Get real, man. Like, goddamn it, like, you know, I'm sick of these niggas, man. But hey, like, but I ain't gonna lie though. I'm gonna say this though. If he fight Canelo, Man, I don't know, man. That might be a little bit too much. That might be a little too. That might be a little too much.
I want to see it.
I want to see it 2-3, but
I want to see it, fam. See, I want to see it.
I want to see it 152 where it's fair.
Nah, he gotta go 68. He gotta go to 68.
Nah, if Canelo got to come down and all that, I don't even want to see that.
Nah, yeah, he got to stay at 68 with it.
Move up.
They act like Canelo Earl. They talking like Canelo Earl Spence or something.
Yeah, I mean,
he's much better than Errol Spence.
His greatness.
Do you think? Hey, do you think he'll stop? Do you think he'll stop? Canelo?
No. If Triple G couldn't do it, there's no way Crawford can.
But hey, if he was to stop the great Canelo Alvarez, the pride of Guadalajara, Mexico, hey, even if he beat him, that nigga top. If he stopped that nigga, he top 3. If he beat him on some UD shit, he top 5, top 10, automatic.
Well, you know what I mean? He top 5 for sure. If he beat Canelo,
I think he can stop
that version of Canelo that elevate him over all the greats ever lived in boxing.
Fish, you got to look at it, Fish, man. He doing hold on, Fish, but look though, he doing some shit. He doing some shit like right. He doing some shit bigger than what Roberto Duran did, man. Like they both started off at 35. This nigga going to 168, bro.
Yeah,
like
he'll be up there, but I don't know if I can put him over.
That's crazy.
Like y'all kept telling us Errol Spence ain't fought nobody, right? Like we got to see how Errol Spence gonna come back because that's Crawford's best victory. So if Errol Spence able to come back and dominate. You know what I'm saying?
Has he signed that rematch?
And then this is the thing right here. That's what I'm saying. Y'all talking about.
He activated it yesterday. He activated it yesterday.
He still got to fight Earl. He still got to fight Earl. Stop talking about Canelo and Charlo. Earl finna run his back.
Bro, he washed Earl. He's gonna wash him again.
He's gonna wash Earl quicker.
I ain't saying that.
We ain't forgot about Earl though, Ayo. We
did. That's easy.
Like I was saying earlier though, Ayo. I said that fight, if it were to happen, if Canelo were to beat Jamil, I think it'd have happened on Cinco de Mayo weekend or something. That's what I was saying.
Hold up, B3. B3. What Mr. Quick say right there? What that say right there?
He said that's his cousin and he threatened to shoot Bud.
That wasn't even his cousin.
Cousin.
Earl even said that at his press conference. He said that's just somebody from Dallas.
Man, that nigga did not say he was gonna shoot Bud, bro.
No, Earl already said he didn't know where he was from. He wasn't a part of his camp.
I was trying to tell Mr. Quick, but he's talking about I was being petty in the chat.
Nah, that nigga didn't say that shit. They would have tossed that nigga up out of there, bro.
That was a fan. He wasn't a
mosquito.
Okay, I see you, Eddie Atlas. Hold on, fellas, man. Let me give 2 minutes to my guy, the boxing historian, Eddie Atlas. You're live on the chat with the Pat. Talk to us, bro. What's
man,
poppin'?
take that whole ass picture down, man. Bitch ass picture.
What picture he got?
Oh, man. Picture of y'all in 50 years.
What's going on, man?
Shit, go ahead, Eddie Atlas.
Yeah, I'm a little late to the part. I see the subject though. So what are we hitting on? Just the hypothetical if we fight the general?
Yeah. We talking about the Canelo fight, and Big Fish saying that he should fight David Benavidez, and Tank don't need to fight nobody but O'Malley and shit like that. But go ahead.
O'Malley.
I didn't say
that. O'Malley. I don't know that nigga.
I did not fucking say nothing about that.
Oh, my bad, Fish.
Oh man. Yeah, it's a question of whether or not it will be too much for him, to move up to 68, man. But it's no telling what, as far as like what Canelo will have left when he get to him or whatever. But he be as it may, man, it's still the resume of Canelo, the accomplishments of Canelo, the greatness of Canelo. If he could pull something like that off, man, I mean that'd be something. You know what I'm saying? I mean. I wouldn't frown on it, if he was able to go up and beat Canelo at full-fledged 68, jumping 3 weight classes, man. Like, I mean, who's doing that, especially nowadays, man? Like, that would be crazy, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't know as far as the path he should take as far as what fight is next, and because depending on how things shake out, you just never know, man. And dealing with the PBC, you know what I'm saying? And anything goes, you know what I'm saying? So obstacle after obstacle, it took him 5 years to get the Spence fight. So tell him what they could throw in his way. They just mess around and strip. Al Heyman paid to have Canelo stripped of one of the belts or something, right? Right before he getting up with him or something. There ain't no telling, man. But it'd be something. I'd be on pins and needles because them both my favorite fighters, man. So
mine too. Yeah.
Canelo beat Terence Crawford. You know it, Mosquito. Just said.
Yeah, I mean it's tough, man. It just and then the other thing is how would Crawford carry the weight? Would he make the mistake that I try to tell Big Fish? He tried to downplay it. That Mikey Garcia made instead of being full-fledged 47. I feel like Mikey Garcia came in about 41, 42, where he still was light on his feet and had his foot moving. But what would Crawford do? Would he want to come in at somewhere between 61 and 62 as opposed to being I have to be 168 pounds and then be, because he got to carry that weight. It's like that's like him basically wearing a 20-pound weight vest. You know what I'm saying? So how would he carry the weight? But he is used to sparring with bigger guys. He has Steven Nelson in camp, who is a 68 pounder. The Spence camp, he brought in Willie Monroe Jr., who's a middleweight, might be super middleweight by now in his career. So he's used to getting there with bigger guys.
Too.
Oh yeah. You talking about Adamas?
Yep.
Yeah. So he's used to being hit by bigger guys, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It'll be interesting, man.
I think he's serious about it, Mosquito. I was looking at that nigga when he was talking, bro. He seemed dead ass serious.
Canelo get tired in the 5th round. I got Bud.
Oh, come on.
That's the advantage Bud got for sure.
No, that's
Canelo gonna gas
that's
out.
the old Canelo. That's the old Canelo when he used to use his speed with his power. When you use your speed with your power.
Nah, Canelo still get tired. He got tired against Bivol.
About that shit.
He got tired against Bivol, Ayo. He get tired of every goddamn fight.
Bivol was a bigger fighter, bro. Like, Bivol be the fighter down here in Dallas. His name Alex Clarkson. I didn't know how good Bivol was going to be, but, like, he put on a show that night, and Bivol is good, bro. Like, he was just too big. Like, that you know what? That's how the fighter look against Crawford. I ain't going to knock Crawford. Like, I can't underestimate Crawford ever again. Like, if he think he could do it, like I can't say he can't do it no more. That's how he got my eyes open and looking at him now. But it's gonna look just like Bivol versus Canelo, and then Crawford coming up 3-weight classes. Canelo just came up 1 when he fought Bivol. So we need to really think about that. I know Crawford put on this Superman performance. But come on, think about what we're saying now, y'all. But that's Canelo, and he'll be jumping 3-weight classes.
Yeah.
Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick, Mosquito, my bad. Shout out to my guy Al Money, man, for that Cash App donation. I appreciate it, fam. And y'all already know I got to get you right, man. Let me find my shit. Where my shit at?
On the live where I see numbers. Oh, I'm getting flashback. I'm getting flashback. 7,000 people. Oh, I ain't seen this since my face. Man, I just got flashback. Man, I got 6,000 people. Man, I got flashback. Man, I used to have 70,000 people alive, man.
All right, go ahead, Mosquito. Appreciate that, Moolah.
Yeah, so if you look at Canelo, man, the fights that he has problems, you know what I'm saying? On paper he lost to Mayweather and Bivol, but me personally, even though I gave him credit for taking the fight, I thought he lost to Lara. The thing that them 3 fights have in common, man, all 3 of them guys gave him movement, and he had problems with movement. You know what I'm saying? Because like similar, and I'm not going to say the name, the guy that Crawford just beat. I don't want to hit no soul spots or nothing.
You just said
like
you mean Errol Spence?
Man, shit. You just out there waiting to say that bullshit.
Shut your sensitive ass up, Big Fish. But like I was saying before I rudely interrupted, similar to him, Canelo is a heavy-footed fighter who needs to have both feet set to get his shots off. You don't see him, constantly throwing shots on the move and things like that. So Crawford could potentially, if he don't come in too heavy where he gets tired later on, give him problems with his movement. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Crawford sitting down in the pocket and just blasting Canelo out of there or nothing like that. But he could possibly, frustrating with his speed and timing and things like that. And then I don't know if he would carry his power up to 68. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be an interesting fight, man. Very intriguing, man. I don't know which way I would go, man. Or I don't know, man. That's hard.
Hey,
You
Mosquito.
You'll pay to see it though, right? You'll buy that pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, all day.
Hey, Eddie Atlas, I'm gonna say this, bro. Now that I hear you talking about it, bro, I think, you know, if Crawford was to come in at, like, let's say 166, 165, like he came in with Spence, you know, I think he can carry that power up. What you think?
No, but he had to cut that way back up though. Like that, he was just coming in.
Yeah, EJ gonna walk in like 185 though too. Y'all gotta realize that. He's not walking in one.
He rehydrated to 166.
Wait, Canelo.
Against Spence, that's how much he was on fight night against Spence?
Yeah, he was 166. Yeah, 166, 165 ish.
Damn, for real.
Yeah.
Hey, Bud said, man, he said, I got the power to make anybody respect me. I don't care what your weight is.
Fact.
Yeah,
I think he'll stop.
I can't doubt it at this point. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say nobody can stop Canelo.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, I don't think he'll
The only guy I see possibly stopping Canelo right now because of the inactivity and the pace. Not the inactivity, but the activity and the pace that he set in that first fight with Bivol. I think if Canelo get tired enough with him, man, and Bivol, because the thing was, Canelo was getting away from the first 2 or 3 shots, but it was that 4th, 5th, and 6th shot that was overwhelming him. You know what I'm saying? And Bivol, he gonna do that for the whole 12 rounds, man. And he ain't no one shot knockout order, but he had respectable pops. You know what I'm saying?
But he was the bigger man leaning on them too. You know that made a difference, Mosquito.
Yeah.
No, they both like 180. They both like 180.
Nah, Bivol was the bigger guy, y'all.
Yeah, he's taller. I think
he definitely was.
Yeah, he's taller. He's
I
more
don't
thick.
recall him just leaning on Canelo like that.
Huh?
He was banging on that nigga, but
he look. What I mean is his punches hurt Canelo to where he had Canelo stagnant. That's what Canelo gonna do to Crawford if they fight. Yeah, Crawford to get off early, but as the time go on, like, come on, y'all. Once again, Canelo not no Errol Spence. Excellent head movement. Place punching is incredible.
As the time go on, Canelo gonna get more tired. That's the
Crawford older than Canelo though.
Bud is faster than
I will say this: Canelo in boxing years is older than Crawford, though. You know what I mean? We got to take that into account. I mean, he started when he was 15, so he an old ass 33. If you want to be real.
We had a conversation. We done had several conversations about Canelo, and you was telling me personally that Canelo was slowing down, bro. Stop.
No. Canelo slowed down going up in that weight class. He tried to do the unthinkable and go up to 175 and prove how
Ain't
great
you
he
giving
was.
Jermell Charlo a chance to beat Canelo? Haven't you been telling me that?
No, I think Jermell Charlo is an ample opponent, but I just think Canelo just gonna be too much for him.
So you didn't change your mind? Okay.
No. I think Canelo was gonna win. I always thought Canelo was gonna win. I'm not saying Jermell Charlo won't have his moments in there. You even heard Terence Crawford say that. He said Jermell gonna have his moments, and I think Jermell can have his moments. And then, look, I don't even want to say, look, y'all gotta understand. I was around Errol Spence, and I seen him spar Charlo before the race. I don't know how their work looked after that. So you may be right. E3 Charlo may have got better than Errol Spence. We don't know, but we'll see this fight.
Yeah, I think for Charlo to have any kind of chance, man, I think the Ronnie Shields Charlo going to show up, not the Derrick James Charlo.
Facts. But hey, I think him working with Guzman, I think that's helping him out too. Cause he doing a lot. Yeah, he doing a lot more than just that. Just that bullshit catch and shoot. He moving his head. I see Juan making the move around. We also got to put respect on Juan Guzman too. He's super bantamweight champion.
But Derrick James, his ego gonna coincide with that. I'm telling y'all watch. His ego.
ILTBA, I believe. I believe. 'Cause I think that shit with Blu-ray, even though Blu-ray don't want to say it, I think D James the reason why Blu-ray ain't around. I
Bro,
really believe that.
I was around. He is the reason.
That's sad, bro.
Derrick James don't like no niggas. And when I say niggas, I'm talking about black folk who around, who got something going for themselves.
Oh, I believe that.
And who bringing something to the table. He want to be the only nigga around Errol Spence. You know, he catered to, and shout out to all my white people and Mexicans, but that's who Derrick James like to cater to. Like when it's niggas who around who got something going for themselves and they don't need this nigga or nothing like that, then that's when he don't want them niggas around. I want y'all to think about this really. I ain't making no excuses. But Errol Spence was 11-0 and 11 knockouts with Blu-ray. As soon as Blu-ray left him, that punching power went away. Like, am I lying, E3?
No, I mean the data that you're presenting is actual factual with it.
Like his last fight was Ocampo. With him, what he do to Ocampo? Got him out there in the first round.
Stopped him with a body shot. Yep.
Like Derrick James.
It was a nut shot first, though.
Hey, I'm telling you, I agree with whoever said that. Hey, who is that under you, E3?
Hold on. I think that's Mr. INTJ.
Mr. INTJ, I agree with everything you said, bro. Derrick James' ego is not going to let Juan Guzman implement himself, you know, in this fight. I'm telling y'all, it was going to be the same shit.
Hey, IO, can I ask you a question, bro?
Yeah.
So look, so in the second undisputed bout with Castaños, did you think Jamel kind of took away their game plan and worked out with Juan Guzman game plan?
I'm not sure. I wasn't there. What I can say is this: that first fight was close. It went either way. You know, a lot of people were saying Jamel won. You know, I can't get mad at that. So I will give Jamel credit on this. Every fight he lost, he was able to come back and adjust for that opponent in the next fight. So I can't say neither her or there on that, you know, because I didn't know about no Juan Guzman then. We hearing about Juan Guzman now. I'm serious. I ain't heard about no Juan Guzman. I ain't never seen Juan Guzman. I'm seeing them now. So I can't say that. I'm gonna give him and his, you know, I'm gonna give Jamel and his trainer credit, you know, because they have came back in rematches and made adjustments. Like, but it was the fighters they fought though was tailor made for the style. It wasn't like it was no Terence Crawford who Jamel Charlo had to make adjustments against. You know, like.
Correct. It was minor adjustment. Yep, yeah, minor adjustment. Correct.
How big was the adjustment that was made? And two, will Derrick James be able to help Errol Spence making an adjustment to make it a competitive fight this next
Hell no.
To be honest with you, Fish, I didn't really see no adjustments in either fight. I just seen Jamel Charlo pushing on the gas a little bit harder. And if you could tell in both of them fights, he got the stop because his gas was going harder. I didn't see no different changes, and absolutely 100% no. I don't see Errol Spence coming in this fight with Derrick James winning it all. Like, if Errol come in this fight with Derrick James, Errol being detrimental to his own career. I'm not saying Errol could win this fight, but it's somebody out there.
But how can you say that, though? How can you say that when, you know, you were supporting them against Porter, against everybody else?
No. This is how I can say that. Because when you go in there on your biggest moment of the year, Mr. INTJ, and then Derrick James, your trainer, know this is your biggest moment. And he got 3 or 4 other fighters he training, and they got fights all around the same time. His focus wasn't fully there on Errol, and it showed in that fight. So my thing is, the way Errol Spence looked, that was an embarrassing performance, not only from Errol, but from his coach. So when you have an embarrassing performance like that, you deserve to be fired, especially when you had all these other guys you were trying. That's just my opinion, you know.
Facts, though, facts.
He can get bread, man, too. He can need to work on his foot speed. He need to work on his foot speed. If he work on his foot speed, he have a chance.
Bread, man. I would love him to get an Earl.
But Ayo, you got to ask yourself this though, man. You got to think, man. Derrick James been with Earl Spence since he was 15 years old. That's 18 years, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can't at this stage. Earl Spence is the fighter he was going to grow up to be. You know what I'm saying? You can't. In a few months ain't enough time to give it a whole new trainer. And because it got just similar to Wilder and Malik Scott, that third period fight. You know, Wilder came out, a couple of jabs to the body. As soon as he got hit, what did he start doing? You know what I'm saying?
But in that third fight, in the second fight, Wilder got washed. In that third fight, Wilder did way better than we thought he was going to do. Them adjustments.
And he broke his hand,
And the time he had with Malik Scott, it paid. If I'm Earl Spence, goddamn, I go look at a Malik Scott. No doubt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Malik Scott is underrated.
He needs foot speed, though. He needs somebody to help his foot speed. His foot speed is weak. Like, he can't get out.
Malik Scott watch film.
Man. He's a southpaw, man. The southpaw whisperer is Kevin Cunningham.
Or Antonio Tarver, right?
Yeah, Big Tarver. Yeah.
Oh man, Tarver.
That ain't gonna work though, Ayo. Him and Derrick James got something going.
It's deeper than boxing. It's deeper than boxing.
Nah, this is what I'm saying right now.
Ain't gonna let that work, Ayo. But yeah, you're right though.
And then Mosquito said like he been with him 18 years. So what? Tom Brady was with Bill Belichick for 18 years. Then he go win the Super Bowl championship with Tampa Bay. Like sometimes you just gotta move on.
But I'm talking about breaking them bad habits, you know what I'm saying? And then you just, it's kind of hard at this stage, man. That man, 30, it'd be 34 by the time he get back in the ring, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. But Errol Spence got to do was he need a guy within these couple of months who gonna show him new things that's gonna be able to adjust to Terence Crawford. Derrick James gave no credibility that he was on that type of level of Bo McNeil.
How you gonna do that if he in Spain, Ayo?
I mean, we know the rematch ain't gonna happen in December. I don't think it's gonna happen in December, but
I thought he just activated it because it was in. It had to be within 6 months.
Espinosa did an interview the other day saying if they do it, they're gonna push it back to like early next year. Oh, he did.
Yeah,
early next year. Mosquito.
Huh? Oh,
I can't hear you.
Espinosa. Yeah, I'm saying Espinosa did an interview the other day. Then they're saying that they were gonna try to push it to early next year if they do it, didn't they?
Yeah, but he said it's up to Bud though. That's actually up to Bud though because of the contract is for 6 months. So he said that most times in the case, Bud he'll see if Bud and them cool, even see if they can let Earl get another fight in, which I'm kind of like, I was kind of being very, very courteous, Mr. Espinosa. All of a sudden,
I think Bud got class like that. I don't think he'll probably let Earl get another fight in.
Earl Spence was very courteous to Terence Crawford. Y'all heard that.
No,
exactly. That's why he was in a rematch. That's why he was in a rematch.
He have to give him a rematch.
Got to,
regardless.
Regardless.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but they saying that they got to let him get a fight.
Yeah, that's being generous right there.
Man, I'm gonna say this, man. If he get right back in there with Terence Crawford in December, he gonna get crushed. If he get back in there with him early next year, he gonna get crushed.
It don't matter when he get back in there.
So what, Mosquito? He still got to get back in there with him and show us that he can go back and make adjustments and come back, bro. I don't feel sorry for Earl Spence. He lost.
Why he ain't reach out with Blu-ray? Why ain't reach back out the Blu-ray?
Man, because Derrick James, waterbug looking ass, don't want to allow shit like that, bro.
Well, that's it. Hey, if it's gonna hurt, if it's gonna take EJ losing, that's ego shit. Like what I'm saying is this: if you know somebody at least can get, cause what I'm saying is his leg, he didn't work on his foot speed to get in and out. Like that's, because he too. What I'm trying to say is he too flat-footed to be standing there trading like that. Thinking he not get hit on the way in and out. And Bud was like, he was so slow. Bud was timing him perfectly. At least if he had like the Gamboys, the Frank Lundys, the guys that have quick foot speed, you can somewhat, even Sean Porter, you can somewhat throw them off. But if you that goddamn slow, like there's no way in hell you can get strong as you want, you still get hit. Sorry.
There's nothing, ain't nothing.
Hey, Blu-ray be capping for the camera too.
Yeah, I just think Spence made too many mistakes, man. It's a bad style matchup. Just like Bevo's a bad style matchup for the general. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bad style matchup.
E3. One thing I loved about what Terence Crawford did, he was playing off the Canelo fight on all the other podcasts, and he waited till the world's the greatest and biggest podcast to let the cat out the bag and tell him how he really felt. He's just
That's
like,
what I was saying earlier, bro. He threw the bait out there and Canelo took it. Him and
it was
Shakur, I think
beautiful, man.
Shakur, lined it up. I think they had that plan this whole time, bro. Like I said, it's gonna be hard for him to go back to making 5 to 10 million, bro. He want them big paydays, man.
Man, he's
Yeah,
top 10.
he deserved it.
He
earned that shit.
He deserved it. He earned it. So
Mhm.
if Canelo want that fight, shit, Bud gonna take it, bro.
Yeah, I think he only got one. I think he only got 1, 2 more fights left, man. He trying to get super fights. You know what I'm saying? That's all he wants.
Yeah, after Spence, it's Canelo.
That's what I was
and
saying too, Mosquito. Listening to him talk more and more, bro. I think the end is near.
Yeah,
I feel like he can go for like 3 more years if he wanted to.
People got to think, man. Like, and I know a lot of people get into uptight when I say these names, Crawford and Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows, whatever. But the big difference is opportunity. Mayweather's first big fight was when he was 28 years old against Arturo Gatti. Crawford had when he was 35. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So he trying to get it while he still can, man. Can't blame him.
I feel like if he fights Canelo, he's already past Floyd. He probably already passed Floyd right now, honestly. Because in terms of Floyd and Crawford, Crawford's taking risk. Floyd was just opportunistic and money hungry.
Yeah, man. Hey, Floyd left a lot to be desired because Floyd is my guy, but hey, the shit that Bud talking about doing, Floyd wouldn't dare to do that. Niggas wanted Floyd to move up to fight Triple G.
Triple G, yep, I was going to say that. Yeah, he had that
People
thing. I was
wanted
going
him
to
to
fight
do
Triple
that.
G.
He would never do it. He wouldn't even do it at a catchweight. So
He would never do something that would put him at risk of losing. That's it. Simple.
A lot of people wanted that fight, bro, at the time.
Well, you got
I didn't want it, man.
You didn't want that fight,
I didn't want it because I didn't think that he would punch hard enough to get Triple G respect, and they would just turn into a mauling.
Oh,
just like he did Kell Brooks.
Oh,
He just turned into ugly, dirty fight, man. I don't think he punched hard enough for Triple G, man. That motherfucker got a beard on him. Canelo couldn't hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Like to the head at least. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh wait, when did Canelo hurt him to the body?
Huh?
When did he hurt? When did Canelo hurt Triple G to the body? Which fight was that?
Yeah, I say he hurt him to the body, but
when? Was it the first or second?
Shit, both. I know that second that made motherfucker do the Heisman a couple of times. You know what I'm saying?
Good shot.
But
hey man, it's been 2 hours, y'all. Hey, I gotta wake up, y'all, in the morning, man. Let's go ahead and get our closing thoughts in. Let me go out to Mr. INTJ, man. Closing thoughts, my guy.
Hey, shout out E Thriller, man. I told you you be working. I got you. And shout out to everybody on the panel, to the Big Fish, our TBA, and everybody on the panel, Boxing Nerd, everybody else on the panel. If I missed anybody, and hopefully we, like I say, Bud and them say they want that smoke. So you already know if he say he want it. Let's see if Canelo want to put it in his lungs. Like I said, I'm confident that, like I say, he walk around at 160. I know Canelo. That's why he said 160, 158 at first. But Canelo gonna try to walk in there at 185, 190. You know what I'm saying? If he do 168, but I think if Bud keep his normal weight 165, what he's sparring, keep it around that weight. Let Canelo come in that extra 10 pounds. Cool. He'll be slower. You got a speed advantage on him. Like I think he have enough tools, where he can get enough where he can get a decision. Like I said, that's enough, you know what I'm saying, for me to pull it off. But shout out to everybody on the panel.
Appreciate that, Mr. INTJ. All right, going out to my guy, Run, man. Closing thoughts, my guy.
Yo, shout out to E3, another great podcast, another great live, my boy.
Thank you.
Man, I'm gonna just say a couple things. If Bud get that Canelo fight, I got Bud by stoppage. I do think he can stop Canelo. I know people don't see it, but I think my boy he's dangerous. Canelo take rounds off, and I think people are still not respecting Bud just yet, but that's okay. We're gonna get that right. And and as far as Floyd go, taking the competition, he did leave some to be desired, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, at the end of the day, Floyd did fight a young, hungry, savage Canelo Alvarez at 36, 37 years old.
Yes, sir.
So
he
you know
did.
what I'm saying? Hey, he do get credit for that one. But shout out to E3. I'm out with y'all boys.
Appreciate that, Run. All right, man. Going out to Boxing Nerd 101. Closing thoughts, my guy.
Oh man, E3, appreciate you for coming on live again, bro. You know,
Yes,
it's
sir.
always a vibe when you come on, bro.
Appreciate it.
Man, great show, man. You hit all the points more than I can remember, man. All of them were crisp and to the point. That's why you go to YouTube, boxing community, and we appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate your boxing nerd 1-on-1. All right, man. Going out to It Was My Cousin. Closing thoughts, Q.
Hey man, this is not Q. It was my cousin, man. It was my cousin.
Man, you know, I'm used to calling you Q, man. My bad. Your name
My
too
name
long.
My name is no longer Q. My name is It Was My Cousin. My cousin. No, my brother, it was a good show, man. It was a good show, man. Everybody was cooking. Shout out to the Wolfpack, man. I'm gonna enjoy this playback. And I just got one thing to say and one thing to say only, man, and that is, hey, man, hopefully this be the year we get the good fights, man.
Already, man. And last but not least, going out to Eddie Atlas, aka Mosquito Spray. Take us home, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on E3, man. Enjoy myself. I wish I got on a little early, man.
That's all good, bro. Shit, I be going live late, man. So
Yeah, it's all good. We get it on the next one, man. Yeah, excited to see what the future holds, man. And everybody be safe. Y'all like, subscribe, become a part of the Wolfpack, man. Join E-Thriller Nation, man. And sub up to Go Thriller so you can get monetized, man. And I'll catch y'all boys on the next one.
already. Shout out to everybody that pulled up on me on the panel, man. Boxing Nerd, Mr. INTJ. Shout out to Mosquito Spray. Shout out to Q. Shout out to D Young. Shout out to Mr. 2142 across the pond. Shout out to my dog Run, man. He be coming in frying shit. Shout out to everybody in the Wolf chat. Shout out to the Playback Gang. Drop some comments in the chat and let me know if you enjoyed the show, what you agree or disagree with. Shout out to everybody that sent me a cash out tonight. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, we are gone. Holla.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
Goat Thriller, back better, iller, pound for pound, killing these topics with analytics, silencing all the critics, trying to bite the style they get sun like children. YouTube villain, podcast killing, so antagonistic and prolific with the swiftness. Make sure you make weight before you trying to debate. Yeah, I said it and I never hesitate. Hit them with hooks cause these rooks took the bait. Start the show cause goats never hesitate. Ducking smoke, got them sweating at they toxins.
Yeah,
Goat Thriller cleaning up the sport of boxing. Aight then.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I fucking wait.
I am the greatest.
Yeah, I said it.